Wonder what he's saying.
You're looking pretty good. Wow.
You want to give me a little kiss?
Our noses were clipping.
Live from Austin, Texas, with the first stream to get a 12 out of 40 in Famitsu. It's Retro Pals with Danny and Alex. Hello, Alex. I didn't know they even reviewed Twitch streams.
I didn't either, but I have to say, I'm sorry, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that's a fair rating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if they're going to review one, it might as well be this one that they take down. I'm waiting for the trophy or whatever they give to those people. What is it, like a golden poop or something?
Yeah, is it?
Probably.
Danny, I don't want poop.
But so few people get the coveted 12 out of 40. We have to be recognized somehow.
Okay.
Anyway, I gotta email Famitsu again. Hi, everybody. It's Retro Pals. Believe it or not, we're gonna play bad games tonight. This is usually par for the course, but this time I did it to myself specifically because over the last couple of weeks we've played some genuinely good games, some interesting games, some games that some people might like, even if others don't. These games are officially certified bad games, according to famous Japanese publication Famitsu. All the games we're going to play tonight are terrible, or so it seems. Maybe we'll play some games that are actually good. Maybe we'll play some games that are maybe misunderstood. We'll have to see.
We will.
Alex, why don't you thank some folks?
I got a lot of folks to thank. Thank you, Bok for the 100 bits. We all love kusoge, don't we? We do.
I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Arpagot, 57-month resub. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah, thank
Refurb you. With a 48-month resub. That's 4 whole years. Thank you.
4? Yeah, the math checks out.
Yeah, it does.
Thank you.
Thank you, Funk Uncle, as well. 6-month resub. That's half a year. Low-ranking games. That's the real shit. It is.
We love those low-tier games. Thank you.
Thank you, Shax and Muwer, for the big-ass cookie emotes. Appreciate that.
I kind of like the big emotes. I've come around on those.
The rest of them I don't like, but the big emotes are fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Michelle Pamela Lyons, thank you for the 20-month resub. When I told my wife about the name Famicom Sushin, she said, why not just call it Famitsu? Everybody's going to shorten it to Famitsu anyway.
Well, I got news.
She had a good idea, so I took it to my boss. He rejected it saying, Famitsu? That makes no sense.
It's crazy. Thank you.
Thank you, Krungo, for the 500 bits. Thank you.
500 bits. Thank you, Krungo.
Spectrum with the 25 bits. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of divisive games tonight. Also, congrats, Danny. Yeah, Danny did some good speedruns the other night.
Yeah, as of last night, I am the world record holder for the famous PC game Devil Dumper Doris. Everyone buy it. It's on the Steam sale for $2.50. Get dumped.
Thank you, Sailor Soapbox, 25-month resub. Does your office equipment randomly spit out paper, spill ink, or lose power? If so, consider contacting an exorcist. You may have a printer guide.
Oh my god.
That was really
That was the biggest reach I have ever seen in my life. I gotta respect that. Thank you.
Cartman, for the 100 bits. Imagine if Danny had picked the worst game players' games. They'd have to reacquaint themselves with Cosmic Race for the PS1.
I've already been there. That would be territory I'm familiar with, and I love Cosmic Race. Well, I love that it exists. Anyway, thank you.
Thank you, Fidget, 61-month resub. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you.
Last but not least, thank you so very much to Mr. Maynard for the Prime sub. Thank you so much for that.
Hey, welcome to the club. Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, let's do it.
Thank you for the 50 bits episode.
Hey, Sepizai, welcome. There's that Printergeist. One of many on the Hollyheck Maybe channel. All right off the bat, I got to do this again. If you're not yet following Random Stranger, creator of Fama Daily, along with other series on YouTube, I recommend doing that, because once again, I'm going to crib pretty heavily from his coverage. I didn't mean to do this so soon after the Natsume stream, but in fact, the last couple of weeks, he has specifically been covering the lowest rated Famitsu games. He has videos up on the lowest rated 3 ones, if you want more information. Just go to his channel and watch those videos. What can I say? I'm influenced by the things I like, so that's why we're here.
That's fair.
So I decided, how do we turn this into a Retro Pals poll? Surely no one else has compiled a list of lowest review scores for Famitsu's U.S. equivalent Electronic Gaming Monthly. Turns out they had. That was very convenient for me. I had these lists already put together for both magazines, so we put it up to vote. Very close battle. Over the weekend, it traded back and forth over and over again, and then like 1 or 2 votes ended up deciding it in favor of Famitsu. So let's play Famitsu games tonight.
Famitsu.
Krongo, thank you for the community gift sub.
Thank you.
So what is Famitsu? Actually, I want to get into the games pretty quick tonight, so we won't belabor the point here, but
Okay.
It was a publication back in the 80s and 90s, and it's still going today, that reviews video games. Started off covering specifically Famicom games, thus the title Famicom Tsushin. Then later they branched out to other systems and abbreviated their name to Famitsu. EGM, on the other hand, was the American version of the magazine, pretty much. Yeah, here's a sample issue of Famitsu from 1991, and here's a sample issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly from 1991.
Hey, it's Hudson Hawk, Super International preview. You gotta love it.
Gotta adore the difference in priorities there. Like, EGM was all like, holy shit, a Hudson Hawk game. That's getting the cover for sure. I like all the blurbs on that cover, too. It's very sensationalist. Well, not sensationalist, but sensational, maybe. On the inside, though, things tell a different story. Famitsu had their own four reviewer format for the game reviews they did. And let's have a look at what EGM did. Oh, interesting.
Hey, I just realized Taco X, Sushi X.
Yeah, they kind
What?
of leaned into it to maybe seem more like an homage than an outright ripoff, but it's clear what their inspiration was. EGM very clearly took the review crew format from Famitsu, in which 4 people would review a single game and they'd give it a score from 1 to 10. Over in Japan, they tended to aggregate these reviews, so they would total them up. A game with all 9s in Famitsu would say to be given a 36 out of 40. So a game that would get something like a 15 or a 14 out of 40 would involve like multiple people giving it like 3s and 2s and stuff. Bad stuff. Bad times. What was the 5th image I have up there? I forgot. Okay, we're going to start off with the games that Famitsu gave a 14 out of 40 to. Just abysmal. And we're starting with a game that we're not actually going to play because to download and install it and make it run on stream would be a huge pain in the ass. This is the most recent game to get the lowest possible score in Famitsu. I could have phrased that better, but imagine that I phrased that properly.
Done.
Ever since then, no next generation or current video game has gotten less than a 14 out of 40 in Famitsu. This got bad scores over here. It was just a Eurocom developed Olympics cash-in game where you just mash the buttons and there's nothing special about it. It's kind of crappy in a lot of ways. For whatever reason, Famitsu, they were just like, no, we're putting our foot down. This is going to be the lowest rating we give for the rest of our existence, for the next couple of decades of video games. Meanwhile, Famitsu, they were pretty stingy with giving out outright great scores. Famous games like Mega Man 3, for instance, got like a 24 out of 40, which ranks lower than Eggs of Steel, which they reviewed many years later. People pointed that out in the Discord, and that's kind of weird. Yeah. They also reviewed Mega Man X and gave it like 5s and 6s. Like, this universally praised, beloved game nowadays, when it came out, they were just like, it's okay, I guess. But while they were hesitant to give out high scores, they were also hesitant to give out low scores. A lot of the time, people theorized that they had very close ties to these publishers and developers. They didn't want to hurt their feelings so that PR wouldn't cancel their ad campaigns. As someone who has personally had ad campaigns canceled because of their coverage in print publications, yes, that does happen. And that is something to be concerned with. Over in America, though, EGM, they kind of didn't give a shit. Like, early on, their biggest ad partner was Acclaim, and then they released a game called Total Recall for NES, and EGM was like, this is shit from a dog's butt. We're giving this like 3s and 2s. And Acclaim PR was like, you better take that back. You better apologize or we're going to pull our advertising. And EGM was like, what if we print this letter you just sent us? So EGM was a little more willing to give out low review scores. Suffice to say, that long-winded explanation basically boils down to Famitsu. If they give something a low score, it's got to be really bad.
Yeah.
It has to be really, really, really bad. So is the thinking behind tonight's stream. So let's get into it. Let's play some PS2 games that scored a 14 out of 40 in Famitsu. What's our first game, Alex?
Our first game is Appleseed EX.
Oh, don't eat those. They have cyanide.
No, no.
Now, Appleseed, I think, is like, what, an anime or a manga or something?
It is an anime.
What can you tell me about Appleseed?
Got robot.
Okay. Let's call it a bunch. Appleseed EX. All right, Alex.
Appleseed Dex.
Appleseed Dex.
Like Apple the App from Black Eyed Peas.
Thank you, Alex. Why don't you close that emulator so we can roll along without you making commentary like that again. Oh, close it again. I didn't start up the controller.
Okay, now I can start it.
Yeah, start it now.
Okay. Is it because I said Apple the App?
Yeah, you shut down my brain for a second.
Yeah, I need to be banned for that. I think.
All right, push a tab. This is
okay.
a toggle. You don't need to hold it.
Okay.
Emulators are so nice. All right, actually, we're going
Can I
to.
hold off? I'm still holding tab.
It's leave your hand off it. It's a toggle.
Oh, I know.
So this intro is quite long. I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward through this.
Oh, okay.
I want to get to the gameplay. They don't actually talk this fast in the main game.
They should.
I do like that this is unskippable, though. That's always a good sign.
When something's unskippable, it means the artist wants you to directly engage with it. So by skipping it, you're actually going around the artist's intent.
Is that true?
I mean, that's one way to think about it.
What, are you playing devil's advocate tonight?
I'm playing devil's advocate.
I need you to be on my side here, all right? We're still fast forwarding through this. I do want to show off the gameplay because I have a feeling that's what Famitsu took issue with.
E-SWAT especially.
All right, you can normal speed now. So check this game out. I wasn't sure what I was expecting from an Appleseed game, but I knew that there were giant robots, right? Then what's with me being like a person?
Well, the person is friends or dating the giant robot or whatever.
I see. Okay.
I am not being paid by publishers. If a publisher wants to pay me to there's like, the only publisher I respect is not a publisher but a food manufacturer, and that's HEB. That's not true. I respect other food manufacturers.
So I got news for you, Alex. This is a character action game. This is quite loud. You should turn it down. In the vein of Devil May Cry and whatnot. And let me tell you, it does not hold up to those standards. The brawling is very simple, very stiff. You do like no damage whatsoever to enemies too. So you definitely want to not just punch enemies if you have the option.
God, this looks like a PS2 game.
Is it just gonna kill me during the tutorial?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I was saying that you're defeating Solid Snake. I was wondering if I was the only one who thought that.
Eventually it does give you a weapon, but it's just deciding not to do that because I'm on stream and it wants to make me look bad.
Yeah, this is just like The Sopranos, except that there's no nudity.
Alright, you get a miracle revive. That's nice. Can I have my gun yet?
You don't get a gun.
I think you need to reduce all these guys to below 80% or something. This one guy is playing keep away.
He sure is.
Wait, that is Solid Snake.
I told you, yeah. Solid Snake's here to kick our ass.
Alright, anyway. Let's try using guns. Guns are a little bit more effective. Why did they make the tutorial impossible? That was a cool decision. Look at that guy just standing back there and sniping me. Running into the wall. This is awesome.
Danny.
Famitsu, maybe I want a challenge. You ever think about that? Alright, once you get an opportunity, you can actually lock onto enemies and shoot them.
That's good at least.
And shooting them does a shit ton more damage, to the point where you don't want to do melee at all. It's completely unbalanced. At this point in the PS2's library, there were no shortage of character action games. It was kind of a thing at the time, to the point where even Blade 2 was a character action game in the vein of Devil May Cry. So why not let Appleseed get in on it? We done here?
Okay.
Oh, I just shot the shit out of those guys. I guess we're friends.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I'm glad we made up. That's a good ending to
You're
this game.
practicing shooting.
Let's move on to our next game.
Okay.
Now, believe it or not, several of the Simple 2000 series games were pretty low budget. They didn't have much development time, and Famitsu really let them have it, at least a few of them. A few that they really didn't like. Let's start off with Simple 2000 series Volume 83, the Konshu Saishu.
Thank you real quick to Seraphis Kane for the 50 bits. So the UE and the enemy life meters are exactly the same as the ones from fellow Dream Factory game Crimson Tears.
Oh my god, it's just a reskin of Crimson
yeah.
Tears? What the fuck? How could they get away with that? Pusatha, thank you for the 62 months.
Thank you.
This is the Konshu Saishu, or the Insect Collection.
The Insect Collection.
Well, this has to be the best media.
I mean, it has to be.
So far, all the games we're going to cover over the next time slot, these are all 14 out of 40s. After that, we'll move on to the 13 out of 40s, and then at the end, we'll get to the lowest of the low, the few games that have gotten a 12 out of 40. So just consider how bad these games look. They're worse. They're much worse. Have we seen this before? We might have played this during one of our Simple 2000 showcases.
This seems like a Simple 2000 showcase game. No, I'm pretty sure this isn't a game where a girl goes crazy because the bugs are crawling on her.
Oh, no, that's the Taidio Jigoku, or the Unrelenting Hell. That game, apparently way better than this one.
Apparently. Excuse me, sir?
Nice to meet you, Professor Oak. You can't see it because the text box is in the way, but he's wearing a giant magnifying glass around his neck.
Is that to set the bugs on fire? Screw you, dude.
I think it's just to look at them.
Oh, okay.
Game volume's a little loud. This also goes on a while. Why don't you hit tab? Yeah, speed it up, old man. He's all like, you're on a bug island. This island is full of bugs. Why don't you go look at them and collect some, why don't you?
I will.
And that's how we started our escape from Bug Island. No, that's a different game. Okay, now you can unspeed.
Thank you, Scratching Way. 48-month resub. 4 years. Thank you.
4 whole years. Thank you, Scratching Way. Let's head on out. Let's see how many bugs we can find in this big old world.
Hey, ma'am.
Konnichiwa to you, too.
So, bugs, huh?
Chiteru? I guess no. Is she a bug?
I think she's a bug princess, like in that one game.
Oh, Mushihime-san.
Yeah. Alright, get you some bug.
Look at this high-speed action.
Just keep going. You'll find bug.
Now, as far as I can tell, this is what you do in this game. You wander around and you look for bugs.
Okay, there's got to be a bug there. Yeah. Absolutely bug central.
I don't see any bugs, Alex.
Come on! That's like where bugs love to be.
Barnacolaps, good evening, and thank you for the sub.
Thank you, Barnacolaps. Maybe you should shake the trees. Oh, there's a bug.
Aha.
There's one.
Okay, we have to bring up the bug collecting interface. Are you ready for this shit? So check this out. In order to get the bugs, you gotta use the good old-fashioned method, which is using your hand. You just use your hand to pluck out these bugs. You use the R1 button to grasp. So just imagine this guy wandering around with his arm outstretched, trying to poke bugs. Where'd that bug go?
It ran away.
Well, shit. We're gonna find a bug.
Okay.
I can only imagine this gameplay wasn't too absorbing, considering this got a 14 out of 40,
There's
but...
one.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Come here, Come here. Oh, I can't grab it. It's a forbidden bug. I'm not allowed to. I think I need a net or something for this. For this initial part, they do expect you to just grab a damn bug off a tree or something. You gotta walk slow. You can't scare the bugs.
Can't we just get like an ant or something? Like, there's a lot of those everywhere.
There's like a log or something over there. I bet
Yeah,
we can. I bet we can find a nice log beetle.
Bugs love logs. That's like one of their favorite things. If you ever see a log, you're gonna see bugs.
Okay, so there is a run button at
Oh,
least.
good, okay. There's some wavy logs. There's a bug.
Let's sneak up on it. Don't make any noise, anyone. Got it!
Got it, bug get.
Just reach out and grab the damn thing.
I got caught by a kid. I don't know what I'm doing with my life.
Wow, I didn't know this game had voice acting.
Yeah.
We're taking that bug.
What are you doing with
Or did
it?
we? Did we just feed it to her? Uh-oh.
Thank you, Carton, for the 100 bits. Master Hand went through some rough times. Yeah.
Yeah, for real. Had to do these gigs where he just grabbed all these bugs.
Touching bugs.
That's the game. You fill out a little catalog full of all the bugs, except unlike Animal Crossing, you just do it with your damn hands. I guess eventually they trust you with a net, but I've never gotten that far.
Sorry, honey.
So another Simple 2000 game to get a 14 out of 40 in Famitsu is Simple 2000 Series Volume 102, The Hohei Senjo no Inutachi. Or, in English, The Foot Soldier, Dogs of the Battlefield. I wonder if you can make the bugs fight. That would be a good game if they did that. Yeah, the Hohei.
The Hohei. We're always talking about the Hohei.
It's not a football game. It sounds like it, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe this is a football game, just with guns.
No! Where are the dogs? Danny, where are the dogs?
Ah, it's like I'm in the army.
It's by Tamsoft.
Not a good sign. I guess they're gonna keep going. Let's go ahead and just start it up. Maybe this is a game about the singing army. Maybe this isn't the gun army. No, I think it's a.
I know this war.
I think it's a gun army sort of thing.
This was the World War II.
Yeah, one of them.
Oh my God! Look at their shorts.
It's
in the
fucking.
army.
We're doing Full Metal Jacket on PS2. He is floating.
Why didn't they bring this to America? Are they cowards?
Do we get shoes in this army?
No.
Even in Japanese, they say "sir," yes, sir. Sir, I don't understand you, sir.
Good walk anime. Oh God! Get out of my face.
Wonder what he's saying. You're
Oh,
looking pretty good.
Wow.
You want to give me a little kiss?
Our noses were clipping.
Oh my God, it's teeth. Shiranai! The way he's wiggling his face. Go in for the kiss, dude. Oh man, you have to type in your name, Des, sir. Ah, Des, sir. Gomi Mushi? Did he call me a trash bug? I didn't know a trash bug was a thing.
Danny, you've definitely seen bugs and trash.
Well, yeah. All right, our code name is Rookie.
Should be Trash Bug.
Gomimushi. So,
Just hanging out with my gun. Don't worry about me.
we do have a variety of weaponry and equipment available to us. Sir, yes, sir. Let's head on out to the battlefield.
Let's
I think
go.
we're ready. We got yelled at enough to be a good soldier.
All right.
Gotta hustle. Gotta hustle. Oh, man. Oh, man.
Okay, remember this is World War II.
Can I... Okay, oh, well, all right, well. You guys... I wanted to sneak up, but it looks like I lost the element of surprise.
I think the Germans can see you.
Let's go ahead and
Are they Germans? Italians?
get behind cover at least.
I can't tell.
So this is a combination third-person shooter and first-person shooter. At the time, this genre was just starting to pick up in other territories with like Call of Duty and whatnot. But
I like these guys right here.
yeah,
I like the guys just running in place. Like, I'll get you, I'll get you, I'll get you, I'll win the war.
even way back when, people wanted that Call of Duty money. I gotta say, this sucks. The controls, the way you turn so very slowly, it is not conducive to the kind of action you need for this sort of game. Maybe it's like more of a tactical sort of thing. I'm probably playing it wrong.
Danny, I think the game might just be bad.
Well, that can't be the case. Why would they release a bad game?
You're right, people don't release bad games. Much like they don't release bad movies.
Well, I didn't see
How
what
did
killed
you
me.
die?
And I'm gonna say that that's a good stopping place for this game.
Yeah.
How did our soldier die? After extensive training by the drill sergeant with weird teeth? We'll never know. That's the foot soldier, dogs of the battlefield. So, strangely enough, another very similarly themed game got a 14 out of 40 in Famitsu. It's a simple 2000 series volume 120, The Saigo no Nippon Hei, Utsukushi Kokuden Daken Saksen. Wow, what a title.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's barely fitting in our screen.
Or in English, The Last Japanese Soldier, Beautiful Homeland Recapture Operation. Utsukushi does mean beautiful.
I don't know about that name.
Our nation is beautiful. We must recapture it. Yeah, it makes it sound like some kind of reactionary thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, right? Like...
That's a little worrisome. Do they have a nice song at the title, at least?
No, it's...
No. That's bullshit, if you ask me. Your homeland don't look too beautiful to me, frankly.
200X.
Wow, so this does take place in Japan. How about that? I guess this is, people have invaded Japan and you're taking it back.
That's no good.
I guess, yeah, is this a sequel to the previous one? You're taking the battle back on home?
I guess.
Yeah, this does look very similar. Does it play like it? It sure does. Wow, yeah.
Alright, save Japan, Danny, from,
You got it.
from,
Hey, buddy, you okay? Shikari Shiro! Hang in there, buddy!
What are those? Oh, okay, the laser noises are just cute.
There's no voice acting in this. Yeah, the laser noises are from the game.
I'm being lasered over here.
Oh shit! I failed to notice the 6 guys right across the street. Well, now I've done it. Oh, the controls are very bad. When you push down, you just start spiraling out of control. I can't... This is hard. Your firing rate is shit. You can't aim. And you get those cool break beats when you die.
I do like the breakbeats.
I killed 1 man.
Congrats.
Let's try that again. I could do better this time. See, I'm gonna get the drop on him.
Thank you, Cartman, for the bits. Appreciate it. Danny, you are shooting the hell out of these guys.
It's not having much effect. Oh my god, there's many of them.
There are many of them. Several of them, even.
Now, I'm no FPS player.
Uh-huh.
I've played maybe 5 minutes of a Call of Duty game, but, you know, I don't think this is that good. I can see how other games in the genre may be better, or at least less of a pain in the ass to play. But these were games that were released for 2,000 yen each, so consider that. These are bargain bin games that generally had a higher production quality than bargain bin games from, say, Europe or the US, but in some cases, they made some real stinkers. This one's got better music than the last game, but other than that, I ain't feeling it. What other guns I got? Ooh,
T89.
that one looks good. Dude, you okay?
Don't worry about it, man.
Did any of those hit him?
I think they all hit the bus.
Oh no, he got me. What nation are they facing? It doesn't seem like they say, which is probably for the best, honestly. But kind of a strange premise, Japan being invaded and you have to take it back, and the controls are just as bad as in the last game. Not looking too good for D3 and their Simple 2000 series. Let's move on. So, Alex, why don't you load up good old Mednafi, and we're going to play some PS1 games.
Ooh, PS1.
First up, we're going to see a game that was actually requested as part of our latest patron request gauntlet. Let's take another look at a PS1 game called Cellophanes.
Cellophanes.
Actually, in katakana, it's like a combination of cellophane and fans, so like cellophanes would be more appropriate, like fans of cellophane. That refers specifically to old arcade games that use cellophane.
Oh, I remember this. Okay.
Yeah, in order to replicate the image of color.
It's insert to fast forward this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Or, I think? No, it's fucking tilde.
Okay.
Different fast forward key for every single emulator we're using. This game has such an interesting premise, and it's kind of entirely wasted because the game itself is a little bit garbage. It's interesting, though, because this is an early, focused retro-style game. This is specifically focused towards people who remember old arcade games and aren't getting the kind of games that they like anymore. Except now, here we are on PS1, we can give you a bunch of simulated old retro games.
Yeah, this has been on stream before, but I forget when. I still think Cellophanes is interesting.
This is how arcade games work.
Uh-huh, there's little freaky guys
Put
in
a
them.
quarter in there and some gremlins make you a video game.
Yeah, MAME is actually emulated Gremlins.
It's hard to emulate some of those later gremlins. They take a lot of processing power.
They do. It's because their hats are so big.
That's the shame about some of these games. They have such good premises and even good openings, and you're like, man, why couldn't you make a good game? I think they fucked up at some point in development. They decided, let's make a bad game instead of a good one.
That's what happens with all these games.
Yeah. That's the trick to it. If your manager says make a bad game instead of a good one, hey, it's Cheetah Factbot. That guy gets around. We could have saved gaming history by going back in time and telling all the developers to make good games instead of bad ones. This is a very CDI intro.
It's so CDI. Wow. My headphones finally died.
What?
It's okay. I have a new pair coming.
Okay.
They started to die yesterday, and I was like, oh, it'll be fine.
Are those the ones you dipped in coffee?
No, those ones are going great.
Okay.
And I didn't dip it in coffee. I just got spooked and went, ah, and it fell out of my ear into my coffee. I didn't intentionally, like, dip it out and stir my coffee with a headphone. Oh, maybe I should have. Maybe I should.
I love this visual representation of how video games are delivered. It's so imaginative. It's so cool.
Cellophanes.
It's me, I'm the cellophane fan.
I'm cellophane kid, you like me?
So, this is a compilation of fake video games designed around games from the late 70s and early 80s. Let's start with Computer Block. And guess what? It's fucking Breakout. Here you can see how cellophane was used to provide the illusion of color in an otherwise black and white video game. It's Breakout, so there's not much else to say about it. You just play it until you lose. So let's check out another game on the disc.
Okay.
Surely they have a good variety of games on offer. Let's play Dancing Zoo.
Dancing Zoo?
Oh, I like the fake boot up screen.
I do like the fake boot up.
Oh, we got penguins.
I like the penguin.
And it's Breakout again.
I can't believe this got such a low rating.
The thing is, there are very few game types here. There's a whole bunch of different video games, but something like a third of them are just Breakout clones.
Okay, fair enough.
They're also really tough and not fun in the traditional sense. Like, they're neat. They have cool themes and all. Wow, that's it for me.
Thank you, Sasquatulus. 76-month resub. I'm Sass, and I'm here to say I like bad games in a major way.
Thank you, Sass.
Thank you, Sass.
Sass, you would love this one, then.
Yeah.
Let's play Delta.
Delta?
What do you think? Another block-breaking game? Oh, this one's a vector-style game.
Ooh.
Okay. Wow.
It's gonna be Vector Breakout. So far, so good. I like this game. Oh, I was joking. Don't be Vector Breakout. Are you kidding me? I was joking.
This game kind of overpromises and underdelivers. There's a lot of different game styles present. Raster graphics, vector graphics, games that are obviously patterned after 70s monochrome games, but most of them are just Breakout. And no one wants to play that shit. It's not even interesting Breakout. Interesting Breakout is Arkanoid, in that it has power-ups and stuff, but you just break the damn bricks. Let's see if we can find a non-Breakout game.
I don't know if that exists.
I know at least one is on here. Mystery Planet, maybe? I like to think they gave this game a low score because it was so disappointing. Like, the concept is so intriguing and so unlike anything else, and yet what they did with it was almost nothing.
Alright, Mystery Planet. Give us something that's not Breakout.
On the Strange Planet. Is that the official name?
Yeah, it's where strange people live.
Take all panels for the piece of space.
No, don't you dare be.
Believe it or not, it's not Breakout.
Ah, okay, thank you.
It's a variation on Lunar Lander, which, not my favorite game, but at this point I'll take it. It's not Breakout. You gotta collect all the panels in order. And, there's some kind of physics in place. You gotta minimize the use of your thrusters so you can save fuel and whatnot. Oh, no!
Bonk.
Okay, well, at least you don't explode when you hit the ground.
You're alive! Doesn't that count for something?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, get that G.
So this is okay, but also it's very simple, and honestly a much lesser game than the game it's inspired by. Lunar Lander has much greater drag on your vehicle, so it's more challenging to actually play. So really, what's the takeaway here? I guess Cellophanes is an interesting game to check out, but at the time, if you bought it, and you really bought into the concept, you just came away wanting more. And that's why Famitsu gave it a 14 out of 40.
That's fair.
Next game. Good news, we got Simple 1500 games in addition to Simple 2000 games. These are games for PS1, by the same publisher as the Simple 2000 series. Start off with Simple 1500 series, Volume 19, the Sugo Roku. Oh, man.
You love this, though.
I should be open-minded about Sugo Roku. Someone in our YouTube comments kind of took me to task when I complained about the Goemon Sugo Roku game we played. They were like, "Actually, this looks awesome. You should be less negative."
Aww.
I'm like, I'm never negative. I'm always talking up the shitty games that no one likes.
I was gonna say, you're actually pretty positive.
But maybe we'll give this one a shot. These other guys can be computer players. Yeah, Jaded Danny, they call me. I'm just too jaded to enjoy Sugo Roku. So what is Sugo Roku? It's a board game. Specifically, it's one where you roll dice, and the outcome is entirely random. That's the one thing that Sugo Roku games have in common. There's all these random events that change things around and make other players go into the lead and other players lose currency or whatever. I'm trying to sound interested in this. I really am.
You just don't want. You're just afraid that you're gonna have a commenter be like.
It's fear, yeah, that's what drives me.
Fear drives me a lot too. I think we're very similar in that way.
I'll like pretty much any kind of game, but I don't have much interest in tabletop games to begin with. Much less Sugo Roku, which is even more random and capricious than Monopoly. Sorry. I mean, it's great. I'm trying to change.
It's okay.
I'm trying to be better.
We support you. Do better, Danny, than complaining about Sugo Roku.
Well, I just got 3 spaces forward and sent 2 spaces back, so
Nice.
in conclusion, I love Sugo Roku. Still, for 1,500 yen, is about what you pay for. But other games in the series kind of punched above their weight and were like surprising and delightful. This one is neither of those. I'm neither surprised nor delighted. Call me jaded. It's just how I feel.
Sorry, honey.
Yeah, the Treasure of Sierra Madrock is a Sugo Roku, and also it's a platformer. They did something interesting with it.
Oh yeah, it is a Sugo Roku.
How about we just all land on the same square? It's a Sugo Roku party. Can we move on? Or do we gotta play more of this?
No, we're moving on.
Okay, we're moving on. Sorry, Sugo Roku fans. I'm gonna be your enemy from now on, I suppose. So, also in the 14 out of 40 club is Simple 1500 Series Volume 25, the Keiba.
The Keiba?
Can anyone tell me what Keiba means?
That's a character in Yu-Gi-Oh! What? It is? Chad, you know I'm right.
Yep,
Chad's like horse racing.
it's horse racing.
Oh boy, we love horse racing.
The thing you love to hear. You're about to play a horse racing game in Japanese. Yeehaw! We're gonna have a horsey hoedown.
I like the name.
Oh, let's do Jockey Mode. I want to be a jockey. Finally, my lifelong dream. Yeah, whenever I'm putting together a list of games to play for Retro Pals and I see the word Keiba, I'm like, oh boy. How am I going to make this look interesting? The answer is, I can't. Sorry.
Sorry
These games, they have their audience, but man, the audience is not me.
Is that you?
Why is my horse bad? I guess you have to hold to the right. That makes sense. Oh, okay, I found the whip button. Let's do it. Let's win this. Come on, Nelly. This is the way you win horse racing, right? Just whip the horse incessantly.
Uh-huh.
Remember that PS4 game we played where I whipped the horse too much?
Yeah, and that horse died or something?
That was an old Retro Pal stream. That was like one of our end-of-the-year awards that we did for like 2 years.
Yeah.
I don't think this strat's working out.
Honey, their horse ran out of vitality and now they're freaking dying.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Yeah.
Whoops. We're not even halfway through the race.
Your horse is gonna take a nap in the middle of the field.
It's just gonna fall down and crush me and go to sleep. It's still putting up a good fight.
It's trying. I like that your horse can't die at least. That's nice.
Yeah. And the crowd goes wild.
Yay.
I didn't come in last.
That's good.
What were those guys doing? I was the worst jockey of all time. Well, if you're wondering what a budget-priced horse racing sim for PS1 looks like, it's this.
Nice.
They got a 14 out of 40 in Famitsu. And, yeah, that sounds about right to me. Okay, why don't you bring up a capture window for me? Because this next one is on the FPGA Mister. I got bad news, folks. We got a Mega Drive game on here. I know you're saying all Mega Drive games are good. How could this be? Well, it turns out some bad ones slipped through the cracks.
Well, that sucks. I don't think Mega Drive games should be bad.
Previously, we covered the bottom 20 games as rated by a Sega fan magazine in Japan. They did a comprehensive list at the end of the Genesis lifespan. And those were some bad games. And on that list is our next game, Kido Keisatsu Pat Labor, 98 Shiki Kido Seo. So a Pat Labor based game. This one. I'm predicting another Appleseed in that there's a game with an amazing intro, and then you get to the game and it looks like shit. Just a guess, though.
Oh, I'm sure it'll be good. Let's see, chat says it looks like shit. Great, great. Oh, already starting
It does
off
look
with
like
it.
shit.
To a good start.
Well, this is a series about giant mecha that are also police. So,
Uh-huh.
of course, it's an adventure game where you play as a boring human.
Do you think Famitsu just didn't like all these games where you are more human than robot?
Look at this. Are you kidding me?
You know what this is to me?
This is a Genesis game.
This is Phantasy Star to me.
Phantasy Star had bigger characters,
Okay, fair.
more detail, was interesting to look at. Even the map graphics are just like the most basic shit possible. Well, we're in the bathroom. Welcome to the bathroom.
Nice bathroom. I see urinal. I see mirror.
Oh, hello,
I see.
sir. What did this guy say to us? It's like, what the hell are you doing in here?
What do you think? You want the same
let's-
thing as you, buddy?
Let's have a friendly chat with the urinal man.
Hey, I've learned one thing during my transition, and it is that men do not like to talk to other men in the restroom.
No, we don't.
Which
We're
is-
there to do our business and get the hell out.
It's great, because every time no one cares when I go in the restroom. They're just like, everyone's looking at the ground.
Everyone's all business-like,
Yeah, it's actually really nice. This game sucks. Well, yeah.
Yeah, in order to get to any of the action, you have to go through these tedious adventure game parts where you go around looking at everything and talking to everybody. I can only imagine this happened a lot in Japan, where you had a favorite mecha anime and you bought a video game expecting it to be good. And something like 3 games later, you decided, oh, these games are never good.
Thank you for the 100 bits, Cartman. When you remove the blast processing from a Mega Drive game.
Yeah, you wouldn't think this is a Mega Drive game. This looks Famicom. This is barely above SG-1000. I guess all these characters are from the show. Maybe your favorite is in here.
Someone at the office tries to talk to you while you're pissing? Why?
Oh my god, there's like 1,000... Can I get in the robot? Can I just leave? Please?
You Seraphis came for the 50 bits. As a Kamen Rider fan, I can tell you that you can overlook a lot when a game is based on a property you like. That's true.
Okay, you can look at the robot, but you can't get in it. Great game you got here, guys.
Can you kiss the robot?
It says, look, talk, and leave, and there's no one to talk to here. I guess at some point after talking to everybody, you can eventually climb in one of these things, and maybe some action even takes place, but
I doubt it.
have fun getting to that point. That's the Pat Labor game for Mega Drive. Sorry, Mega Drive fans. Let's go back to Mednafi and the PC Engine.
Okay.
because we have some low-scoring PC Engine CD games. Like the last game, these also scored 14 out of 40. These are the lowest-scoring PC Engine CD games. There's no other ones that scored lower than this. The first one is F1 Team Simulation Project F. And I could not start this game when I tested it out earlier, so let's see if I have any better luck this time.
All right, let's go.
Oh, such good things came with the PC Engine Super CD-ROM. This is not one of them. Or maybe it is. I literally haven't played it. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm sorry?
What?
That's probably normal. Oh, crank this. At least we got some CD audio. Yeah, time for a creepypasta.
It's so funny that my headphones keep going in and out, but they were totally there for that creepy noise.
That came through.
That came through like clear as crystal.
Yeah, we're loading the ZX Spectrum game into memory. Right off the tape. A lot of F1 games at the time, especially overhead view ones. That is a genre I cannot stand, the overhead view F1 racing game. Those games are unplayable to me. They kind of went out of style really quick. They decided the third-person view was better. Sorry, I'll speak up because the noise made you all deaf. I'm saying I don't like F1 games.
Yeah, thumbs up, buddy.
Now I'm hoping if we stay at the title screen, it'll eventually shift into a demo mode so we can at least see what the game looks like. Picking demo mode does not show you a demo. It puts you in a menu that you can never escape from.
Huh.
I'm just gonna... Why don't you hold down the tilde key?
Okay.
Oh, I don't think I'm so lucky. I think we're just gonna have to grin and bear it here. Let's see if we can actually start this video game. Oh boy. Maybe someone watching this will figure out what I'm doing wrong. Yeah. You gotta put together a team. You gotta make the car go. I don't even know if this is a game where you race. This could be just a management sim. How many manager? 30 manager? Is that enough?
You need 30 people. No, more.
40 manager? We can't have 40 manager.
What? Yeah, is our manager Elvis?
It's not letting me back into the management screen. I think it's mad at me.
It's like, why did you give yourself a million managers? Screw you.
We could probably use a driver, right? Oh, I love his baby food.
Gerber baby got hot.
Is this supposed to be Ayrton Senna? The
I
name
think.
seems similar. Yeah, he's from Brazil, so okay. See, I know a driver guy. I bet all of these are like analogs of real world people.
I like that guy's face.
That's Nigel Mansell. See, I know another one. Wow.
I don't know that guy at all. I like Pat Trash. That's a great name.
He's shy.
I'm Mr. Brandy.
Blendy?
Mr. Blendy.
M. Blendy.
I'm Blendy, I'm Brandy.
Is that... We're just looking at the drivers? We're not...
Yeah, we're just taking a good old look.
That's nice.
Yep. Them's the drivers. Can we race?
Designer, F. Dummy. Can't pick them. Can't pick them.
I like J. Bean Aid.
We can pick this guy. Alright, we've changed from F. Dummy to S. Randland.
Okay. Okay, but how are we gonna have all these mechanics if we have all these managers?
It's okay, they'll all manage each other. But
Got
don't
the sus dampener.
Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Can't do that one. Well, how do I put together a car?
You just don't.
Can I have brakes? No?
See, you're from Italy, and you just have to do it Italian style.
Italian style.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I figured it out.
Okay.
Oh my god. Okay, you picked the second option to actually put the thing in the car. Okay, we're in unknown territory now.
Okay.
We're gonna buy some Italian tires, right?
Uh-huh.
Me and my 40 managers, after I got kicked out of the office, we're gonna get some Italian gas. Gonna import that shit right from Italy. Gonna get this bootleg coolant, apparently.
Other maker, don't worry about it.
It fell off a truck. Let's get a German electrical unit. The German ones are the highest quality. Let's get a. You know, we don't need to invest in the transmission. Let's just get a bootleg one from the flea market.
Don't worry about it.
Costs $2,000, no problem. So we're putting together a damn car here. Still remains to be seen if I can actually start the dang game.
Oh, you need a steering wheel, la-di-da.
Looks like the Italians have a lock on the steering industry.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, there's so many parts to a freaking car. A cowl? Batman has that, not a car. They're just making stuff up now.
I need a cowl.
They're trying to fleece me, I think.
Danny,
Oh, we probably need an engine, right?
should I wear a cowl?
I think so. All right,
I
Alex,
want
pick
to.
an engine.
Ferrari.
I like Lamborghini
I like
and
Foyd.
Honda.
I like Foyd. Like,
Foyd.
you want to drive a Foyd?
I brought my Foyd in for a checkup. Did you say Ferrari?
Ferrari, yes.
All right, let's get a Ferrari engine. We can't have it?
Maybe a Yamaha. Who the hell? What is Ilmer? I get Foyd, I get Renault, I get Lamborghini and Yamaha and Honda. So your vehicle can't have an engine, huh?
I think I found one. One of them got through. Okay, we did buy the Foyd.
Foyd?
We had to resort to the Foyd, but I think we have a complete race car now. Oh, I'm excited. I've never actually seen this game. Dude, can we test the car now? Can we just exit? Oh, let's go. Yes! Oh my god.
You did it.
This is unknown territory for me. I could not figure this out pre-stream. I'm excited. Time to race the Brazilian GP. Oh. 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 This is not a racing game. This is a management sim. It gave us so many options for putting together the car because that's the only thing you do in this game. You don't even see the cars. You just look at the map.
Look at those little blobs.
They couldn't even do like a cinematic camera angle or anything.
No.
Also, yeah, why does it say Brazil? Could they not get the license for the country Brazil?
It does say Brazil. That's no good.
Alex, why don't you hold down the speed up key? Let's see if, I don't know, the drivers get nude after the race or something.
You're not going to get nude.
Nothing interesting is going to happen in this.
I'm just,
They're doing multiple laps, Alex. I think a 14 out of 40 is generous for this game. I love the PC Engine. I love the PC Engine CD-ROM. That is what it's called, by the way. But
it's still going, honey.
But I don't think we're gonna play this game.
Are we done with F?
I don't think I'm gonna add this one to my collection. Cartman, thank you for the 100 bits.
We're going to Brazil.
All right, Alex. Our next game for the PC Engine.
Is it a normal game?
It's a normal game. It's a completely normal game compared to what we last played. It's called Genocide.
Danny.
Genocide got a 14 out of 40 in Famitsu. You know, just as you do, you call your game Genocide.
I don't think that's a normal name, Danny.
This is based on a X68000 game, I want to say, which is also called Genocide. For the sequel, they called it G2. For some reason, they didn't want to call it Genocide 2.
Why is calling Genocide 2 G2 so funny to me? It's like they're trying to make genocide seem less evil.
Maybe just don't call it that. Maybe call it.
Yeah, maybe not. Don't call something genocide.
Call it literally anything else. Why don't we speed this up?
Yeah, let's go past this. We don't need any of this.
I was hoping for some cool anime. You got a problem with Messiah? G. Oh, we're just gonna spell it out in huge letters. That's gonna look great.
Uh-huh.
Can you? Oh, this is up as much as it goes. This game's just quiet.
Yeah.
So far, we've seen a lot of at least one mech game, and this continues the trend of mech games being incredibly disappointing.
Thank you for the 25 bits room temperature. Looks like Genocide killed it to get a sequel.
Can't believe it's G2.
Thank
you for the bits.
Thank you.
All right, let's play this. I washed my hands of this. I do not approve of anything in this video game.
That's fine.
Oropas? That's Sapporo backwards. You can't fool me.
You can just call whatever you want.
Yeah, what did we drive in the last game? A Foyd?
A Foyd.
In Brazil? I can't believe they couldn't get the license to Brazil.
You know what Foyd stands for, right? Found on island.
Really?
Sorry!
Alex?
What? You don't remember the old saying that Ford stands for Found on Road Dead?
Oh, okay.
Was it just because I worked at a competing car company that I learned about that?
Yeah, no, that's not common knowledge.
It's not common knowledge that Ford is found on Road Dead? Okay.
So in this game,
what is this though?
You have a jump button and you have a whack button. That's all you do. You jump and whack. I like the sandworms. Those are cool. What the fuck? Things just kind of happen in this game. You have a huge life meter because you're constantly taking damage. It doesn't feel like any of this was played or tested. Why'd they put up a barrier? Were they keeping me in a cage? These things just land on your head.
Because despite all your age, you're still just a bot in a cage.
That's true. I tried pushing other buttons in this game. I tried seeing if there was sub-weapons or different moves you could use. You can hold up and push attack, and it does this instead. That's a little different. Still, for what I thought was a pretty famous game that actually got several ports, this is bad. Maybe this is just a horrible port. Maybe I gotta play this on X68K.
Another robot with huge thighs.
True. That robot's got curves in all the right places.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa! Speaking of curvy.
Big boy.
You literally just do this. Cool. We're seeing some good games tonight. But just keep in mind, they can get worse. Let's see what the next stage looks like and then move on. Gotta say, not a fan of Genocide.
Me either, honey.
Yeah, that makes two of us. Also gotta say, this is a PC Engine CD-ROM game. Why isn't this voiced?
Yeah, where's the voices?
Very easily could be voiced using Redbook audio or internal audio. It's your choice. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're taking a stand here. And the next level, like I thought, looks pretty much exactly the same.
Delicious. I mean, delightful.
Yeah, delicious. Delicious mechs.
I don't know.
I bet a mech would taste pretty good if you licked it. Anyway, let's move on.
God,
Not a good showing for the PC Engine CD-ROM for Famitsu games. Those are the two very worst games for the system, according to Famitsu. I'm hoping we can come across something good at some point. But that's not going to happen because our next game is for the Famicom. This is the worst-rated Famicom game ever covered in Famitsu. And it's a game I bet none of you have ever heard of, because I certainly never heard of it. It's called Nakayoshi Toisho. Very obscure game, it turns out. Very late release for the Famicom. And cart only, it goes for over $100 these days.
Whew.
source, Famadaily. Thank you, Famadaily. You ever heard of this one?
No, I haven't, actually.
There it is.
Looks cute. 1993, huh? Okay.
So this is
with this one?
This is from Kodansha, and it's actually a compilation featuring a whole bunch of popular manga at the time. Popular in quotes, because 4 of the 5 manga featured I have never heard of in my life, and are apparently pretty obscure. The 5th one, Sailor Moon.
Oh!
You visit the world of Sailor Moon in this game, but it's the last world in the game, so you never see it. You have to go through like 20 hours of bullshit. That's what this game is mostly remembered for. People bought it being like, oh man, I'm gonna go into the world of Sailor Moon, and then it's like, nope, you gotta play all this bullshit first. Now, this being an adventure game, I can't really speak to its quality or anything. It looks okay, presentation-wise, it seems nice. And apparently the story involves you talking to the creators of these manga, who are all having trouble making their latest story happen, so you have to solve puzzles and do adventure game stuff. But for reasons that are beyond my understanding, Famitsu just hated the shit out of this.
Hey.
So anyone heard of this? Can you tell me anything about this game? It's pretty much a complete mystery to me, other than the fact that it's rare and expensive.
I've seen worse premises. Did they not like it because it was for girls?
Could be. It could be. I don't see any other lower-rated games that are specifically for girls, though.
Yeah, it seems fine visually. I'm so curious as to what makes this so weird.
I was just interested to find out it existed at all, but the fact that it's so hated, apparently, is kind of surprising. To my eyes, there's a whole bunch of Famicom games that are just like this, pretty much identical. Only this one is a little bit more interesting in terms of premise.
Hey, there's a skeleton in the bathroom.
That's cool.
Oh, it did something good.
We got a bone. We pulled a bone off the skeleton, and she said, why? That's what I say when I pull a bone off a skeleton.
Okay, bye.
So it's a mixture of RPG and adventure game, and manga from the time. Basically, kryptonite if you don't speak the language. I'm sorry I can't go into more depth on this game, because I do find it interesting. It's just, you know, some things beyond my understanding. You gotta know your limits. It is cool I found a bone, though.
I do like that you found a bone.
For 93, it's true. This overworld does look pretty bland. Whoa, we got a Choco Banana.
Hey!
Is there like a crafting system? Can we combine that with the bones somehow to make a chocolate banana skeleton? Maybe I'm off base.
Maybe you're hungry for dessert or something.
Maybe.
Okay, there's a translation of this. Nice.
There is?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I gotta check that out. I didn't even know that. I'm glad someone did that. I wonder if there's a patch to let you just skip to the Sailor Moon world. Because that's like all anyone's interested in. Look at this cool animal over here.
I like them.
It is a cat. Nya, 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 it says.
That's what cats look like.
Yeah, that's what I would say too. Can I give it the bone? I don't think I can. Well, I've tried everything. If you want to play this is called Nakayoshi to Isho. See if you can make some sense out of it. Play the translation patch that apparently exists. Really glad that they did that. Yeah, give me get a Choco Banana boneless. What's our next game?
Our next game is for the 3DS.
Can you pull up the Mr. window again?
Oh, okay.
I need to go back to menu. Okay. So, you want to see the lowest rated game Famitsu ever reviewed for the 3DS? We're technically going out of retro for this, but this one is so interesting I decided to cover it anyway. Yeah, Startup Citra.
Okay, I was wondering what this was.
Cartman, thank you for the 50 bits.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. How are you? Fine, thank you. That's a good cat right there. Let's play Galaxy Blaster. And by let's play, I mean, Alex, you play Galaxy Blaster.
Okay, give me a second here.
Yeah, start up your real 3DS. It informed me that I needed to dump some sort of ROM from a 3DS in order to play this, and I was like, lol. There's a workaround, of course.
So just click on this?
Yeah. Check this shit out. This, I can see why this one got a 14 out of 40. Galaxy Blaster. There was apparently a sequel that was released in other regions, but this one was Japan exclusive.
Really not in control.
You're doing it. You're playing. Game over.
I can't control.
No, you're doing it right.
Are you not supposed to?
Game over.
Danny. Do I drag?
There was a whole bunch of stuff on the 3DS eShop, in case you missed that entire generation. A lot of it was ported from iOS. I think this is one of those games. No, this isn't the Mister. See, that's the strat I used when I was testing this out, but it turns out if you miss 3 times, that's a game over. So all your shots have to be right on the money, and you can't let anything past. I really wonder how many 3DS download games they reviewed. I guess they did take the time to review them, because this one is in their archives. It's just, my god, how little effort can you put into a video game? They're just squares. They're not even like fish or aliens or whatever. Yeah, stop the flaming Tetris blocks.
Danny, this sucks!
That's the difference between, like, a low-effort 3DS download game versus a cartridge-based game. There was a base amount of effort put into those other games we've seen. This took, what, 10 minutes to program? Not to downplay the efforts of game developers. I do know how hard it is to finish and release a video game. Just maybe not this one.
Danny, this garbage.
You don't even control the damn ship.
That's the thing. I'm like...
I think this should get a lower score. I'm surprised it got a 14 out of 40. Like, was one guy like 6 out of 10? This is okay. I've seen worse games.
Hate.
Yeah? Maybe you just don't get it.
You're right, I don't.
I don't think I get it either. It is kind of crazy that you can't control the ship and that it's automated. I imagine that has some repercussions for the gameplay later on, like when it gets faster, I just assume. I'm surprised they reviewed this too. I would just flush this down the toilet if it was me. There's my review. I would flush this down the toilet if it was me. Alright, Alex, you're free. You don't have to play this anymore.
Oh, thank God. Can I stop it?
Yeah.
Would you like to exit now? Would I like to exit forever?
Okay, back to the Mister.
There we go. Something normal for us.
Now we got some perspective on these games, right? Like, it could be a lot worse than what we've seen so far. Did you know Famitsu reviewed Game Gear games?
I did not, but I know now.
Some of their lowest rated Game Gear games got a 14 out of 40. Starting with the first game we're going to play here. Where'd my ROMs go? Oh, they're in the Master System directory. I thought someone stole my Game Gear ROMs.
That would be such a strange thing to do, Danny.
Addams Family.
The Addams Family. Oh, I need to fix this.
I was really excited to see this. See if you can tell why.
Is it because it's Flying Edge?
Yeah. The spin-off brand of Acclaim. That are basically the games that are too bad for Acclaim itself to release. I was excited, though, because I thought this was going to be a port of the Super Nintendo, Genesis, and Amiga Addams Family game, which is its own thing. But it's not that. Alex, did you know that there was an NES version of the Addams Family that was completely different from the 16-bit versions?
I did not know.
And they ported that bullshit to the Game Gear?
Whew.
I have experience with the NES Addams Family game. Like, a neighbor kid had it, and I felt bad for him. It's superficially similar to the Super Nintendo one, but it's all twisted and different. It's like the nightmare version of Addams Family. Can you turn it down on our end?
Oh, yeah.
Something about this game hurts my ears.
It's okay.
Nice pose, Gomez.
I do that pose.
So I can tell you personally, this game sucks ass. They fucked this up so bad. You get generated to hell whenever an enemy touches you. You take damage every frame. The jumping controls are bad. The platforming is awful. You just fall through platforms and die a lot of the time. And if you're familiar with the Super Nintendo and Genesis Addams Family and even like it, this, again, is like a twisted nightmare version of that. All the levels are different, the controls are different, everything about it sucks. They even added some, like, pan and scan vertically. Look at that. It's not supposed to scroll up and down on NES. That was cool.
It's okay, you're alive.
Yeah, you have to push down and a button to enter this. Here's the first boss.
Looking.
Has anyone played the NES Addams Family? I feel like it's, like, really obscure compared to the other versions. Like, no one has played NES Addams Family. Something really cool happens if you pick the wrong door here. Let's see if I can do that. Yep.
Goodbye, Gomez.
Sometimes you enter doors in this game and they just kill you, and you only have 3 lives and I think no continues. And the other rooms, oh, it's not much better than instant death. The other rooms have items you need to unlock other doors in the mansion and progress through the game. This game is a genuine pain in the ass to play. I don't watch gaming YouTubers much, but one of them had a really good video on this. Was it Nitro Rad? Does that sound familiar to anyone? I like that boy, that Nitro Rad boy. He does the good videos.
Thank you, room temperature 25 bits. Ghouls and ghosts, more like fools and toast.
I was really glad to see that video because I was convinced that no one had ever heard of this version of the Addams Family. I feel like the TurboGrafx Addams Family is better known than this. But not only was Famitsu aware of it, they hated the shit out of it, as they should, because, boy, this is some garbage. Look at that. I got a bone.
A lot of... maybe Famitsu just didn't like games where you got bones.
Could be. Like, the first thing you collect is a bone, and they're like, fuck this trite bullshit, do better. Check out this room, it's identical, except it's green. Another cool thing about this game is you have to collect $1 million to get to the end.
Mm-hmm.
But it's required you find all the really obscure secrets. You will not get enough money if you just go through this game normally. You have to go through it like 12 billion times and find out all the secrets that you wouldn't figure out on your own. It's so cool to imagine 4 people at Famitsu had to play this bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
When this is literally the most bottom-of-the-barrel, low-effort video game possible. So, I salute you, Famitsu. I'm sorry you had to play this. Now, also on Game Gear, which got a 14 out of 40, believe it or not, it's freaking Panzer Dragoon Mini. Did you know that there was a Game Gear Panzer Dragoon game?
I did not. I literally did not know it until I made the post today about the games, and I saw the Panzer Dragoon Mini box art, and I was like, what the? Yep,
3 Panzer Dragoon games on Saturn, and 1 on Game Gear. And 1 on Xbox, I guess. So check this shit out.
Aww.
Look at these cute little dragons you get. You got the blue one, you got the red one.
They're so cute!
And you got the black one. Which one do you want?
I want the blue one.
Okay, we'll go with the blue one.
Yeah, multiple people in the Discord compared this to a Tiger LCD game. I saw that.
Yeah, because all you do is you hold down the button, guide the reticle over these things, and you let go.
Really?
Yeah.
No.
Well, you can also shoot them down with your Vulcan, but that doesn't work.
They want to make a game like this.
So here's the thing, the other Panzer Dragoon games for Saturn are like these artistic masterpieces with designs by Mobius and like this crazed fantasy setting that's really cool and intriguing and stuff. And when you take that away, the gameplay is just, it's nothing. It's not Space Harrier, it's not Afterburner, it's just guide the reticle over the things and make them explode. So I guess maybe Game Gear was not the right platform for Panzer Dragoon. So So yeah, easily the worst Panzer Dragoon game, except for maybe the R-Zone version, which does exist, believe it or not. I can't imagine what that's like. Even back when I had an R-Zone, I couldn't afford that game. Did they also make Knights for the R-Zone?
Yeah, they did.
I want to play that shit.
Either R-Zone or Game Console.
Yeah, one of those.
Yeah.
We did it. I think there was about a couple dozen R-Zone games. It shifted perspective. That was neat. I just realized this is like stage 1 from Panzer Dragoon 1, right? It bore so little resemblance, I couldn't tell. Blow up the thing. Check it out. There it goes. Game Gear is a toilet platform. Literally every other Game Gear game is better than this, according to Famitsu at least. Panzer Dragoon, I gotta say it deserves better than this. It was a shame that Sega released this and didn't make it better.
Welcome, Vic. We're going through the worst, the games rated worst by Famitsu.
Yeah, we're in the 14 out of 40 games. We're about to get to the 13 out of 40 games. And at the end, we'll hit the 12 out of 40 games. And then we'll never want to play video games again.
Right.
So the other Game Gear game to get the lowest review score of 14 out of 40 in Famitsu is another game we're familiar with. In fact, we've seen it on stream multiple times. I'm kind of sick of this game at this point. It's time to say hello to our old friend RoboCop. We know from a few weeks back he doesn't have such a good run with video games, but especially not this one. This is RoboCop 3 for Game Gear. What did Famitsu have against Acclaim and Flying Edge? Were they just biased?
I think they're biased against good games, personally.
If you're saying this online, you would say they are biased. So many people say that, it pisses me off. That's not how you say that. It's biased. Well, we played the Super Nintendo version of this. I'm sick of this dude. This game wasn't great on Super Nintendo, and it's especially not good on Game Gear.
Eviction notice.
And like Panzer Dragoon, RoboCop deserves better than this. That guy has been through so much, you know?
He really has. He has to eat baby food. Which is a sad way to live.
No one should have to do that.
I agree, not even babies. We need to start giving babies gourmet meals. I'm sick of it. I think babies should eat better.
So this game is very simple and very bad, and it's not all that fun at all, and we've played it so many times I don't feel the need to linger on it too much, but suffice to say, Famitsu also hated this game, giving it a 14 out of 40. Sorry, RoboCop. And now we get to our final batch of 14 out of 40 games, possibly the worst out of all the games we've seen so far. I guess your expectations would be a little bit lower considering the platform it's for, but here are all the 14 out of 40 games from Famitsu, released for the original Game Boy.
Imagine dying in the line of duty and getting revived to continue working. Thank you, Carbon, for the 100 bits.
Thank you.
Ugh.
Yeah, there's some really bad Game Gear games. I mean, some Game Boy games. Game Boy games that are bad tend to be a little bit worse than console games that are bad. Just because the expectations are lower, the costs are lower, you're expected to just play these a few seconds at a time. But man, these just feel like even worse than the worst that I've ever played. Let's start off with Sanfun Yoso Umaban Club. Based on that title, can you guess what kind of game this is?
Anime! Sorry, that's loud. Anime.
Nope, it's horse.
Oh, I'm silly! It's horsey!
We're back to horse.
I love you, horse. Actually, I don't know if I love horses. They're kind of scary.
Horses are spooky.
Thank you. I'm glad someone else agrees.
See if you can figure out the problem with this game as I play it for the first 30 seconds.
Where's the horse?
Well, about that.
I want to see a horse. I want him to be a cool horse, like with sunglasses, like in that really bad episode of The Simpsons, the one that made me stop watching The Simpsons. Do you remember that one?
I think I do, with the jockeys.
Yeah, that was the episode that made me literally stop watching The Simpsons. I was like, I'm never watching this. I'm done.
And that's it. We've done it.
What?
Game clear. This game is not a horse racing game. It's a horse racing results simulator. You enter all the attributes of a real-world horse, or multiple, if you prefer. You put them in a race, and it tells you how it guesses they would perform. So that's the entire game. Pretty cool.
Uh-huh.
They don't even show you some cartoon horses running around a map. They don't even pretend like there's some kind of action going on. It's just you enter the numbers, and then it shows you some fake results the Famicom came up with. I mean, the Game Boy. I say Famicom because there are several games like this for Famicom as well, but those at least have horse graphics in them. How do you fuck this up this bad?
There's no horse!
I paid for a horse game. Where is my horse? They can't get any worse than this, right? Well, another 14 out of 40 game from Famitsu for Game Boy is Jonkin Man. Yeah, how did it get as high as a 14?
Jonkin Man, huh?
You know what Jonkin is?
I do.
It's rock, paper, scissors, and you know what man is?
Yeah, I do.
It's man.
It's man. You gotta... Oh, man, look at them.
Is that Pachio-kun? That would be a crossover. So this is a platformer, meaning that eventually we're going to have to cover this on Mascot Friday. And this is just about one of the worst platformers I've ever seen in my entire life.
This is no good.
It plays bad. It just kind of chugs along. When an enemy shows up on screen, like, you lose several frames per second. And I guess the gameplay involves picking up these rock, scissors, and paper icons, which cause various things to happen. I'm not even sure if you actually do Jonkin in this game. You just collect the symbols of it. So, do you have any idea of the kind of shit we're in for from this point forward?
I don't want to keep going.
I wanted to start with the first few games, because you're like, well, those are disappointing. I can see why they scored so low, but these are still games. You could probably enjoy them on some level. I think from this point forward, getting enjoyment from these games is going to be much, much, much more difficult.
Yeah. Ooh.
And am I right? Is there something just, like... If a bad game is on Game Boy, like, it gets extra bad points? Like, it just has a bad vibe to it to begin with?
Yeah, it feels evil somehow.
Oh, are we gonna play Jonkin? Hell yeah, I'm Jonkin Man.
Alright, we're Jonkin time.
I'm straight up Jonkin it. Tie. Low, I lost.
Smash.
I win. Oh, we're gonna win this one. If I get one more. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No!
You got Jenkins!
I'm Jonkin Man. I can't lose.
Well, got bad news for you. And yeah, while you were in there, the time limit was still going down, which is really funny.
It is still counting down, even during the dialogue. God damn it. This is another game that I'd never heard of before, and having played it, I kind of wish I'd never heard of it. Are we gonna win this one? I did it! Huh?
What? You got a bunch of extra time.
Okay, that's cool. Oh god, we have to do... The boss fight is Jonkin too! What is this, Alex Kidd? Can I choose scissors? I thought for a second it was limiting me to specific things you can throw out. Oh, we're gonna beat the first boss of Jonkin Man. Hey!
Did it.
What, we still have to go? I have to win all 5?
Good luck.
I'm on a time limit. It takes them away?!
Yep.
Oh my god. Alex. Oh my god. Oh my
You lost
god.
Jenkins. Really strong. Oh boy.
Oh my god,
This
Alex.
is a massacre. Jenkin Massacre of 2024.
That was... It looked pretty bad when it was just the platforming, but now I can really see why this is a 14 out of 40. It doesn't even do anything if you lose and you don't have any points. Kids played this, Alex. Kids who probably never wanted to play another video game in their lives. There's no strategy to it, it's just junkin'. We got one. Well, there goes that.
Huh.
I don't think I like Jonkin, man. I'm gonna take a risk and put my true feelings out there for the world. I'm not a fan of Jonkin, man. We don't have to play this for Mascot Friday, right? We can just
No,
we can just pretend like this doesn't exist. Okay, good. Whew. Well, the next game has to be better than that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Our next game is a game called Street Racer. This is one people might have actually heard of because it was released on Super Nintendo and Genesis. It's an Ubisoft game. It's a kart racer. Then they ported it to Game Boy in 1996.
Okay, this looks good.
Oh, it was on
far.
PC as well. Are any of them good? I've never... Whenever I've tried to play Street Racer, I've never had a good time. Hell, let's do the championship.
Okay.
Now, if any of y'all played the Game Boy version... Oh man, look at these characters.
What? No.
Wow.
What?
What? These are all different art styles. Let's be Raph.
Wrath of God. Sorry.
Oh, and away we go.
Huh.
This feels like I'm not really in control. It feels like those, like analog racing games made by Play School or something, where you race a little
Oh.
car along a film strip.
Oh, I know those. Yeah. Oh man.
It feels very much like I'm not in charge of anything going on here. The controls are very loose. I guess the graphics are kind of cool for Game Boy. I sure don't like how it plays, though. What else can I say? It's Street Racer.
I mean, you're racing in the street. They didn't lie about that.
They got that, at least. You can jump. There's a lot of places you can race. That's about all I have to say about that. If you're gonna play Street Racer, don't play it on Game Boy.
Done.
Famitsu says so. Okay, and our final 14 out of 40 game released for Game Boy. Zen Nippon Shonen Soccer Taikai Mezase Nipponichi. This is a Game Boy Color game, actually. It's Game Boy Color. It's gotta be good. This one.
Alright, let's see. Good game.
True, all that use of black and gray would just be like so blurry and smeary on the Game Boy. What were they thinking? As a wise man once said. Enjoy Coca-Cola.
Okay.
I want an original team name, thank you.
You're the football club. Blah! No, 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 Danny, no.
Or the Asses, and my name is...
You know Austin has its own soccer team.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they the Asses?
No! 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 We're Austin FC, and our logo is the oak tree.
Dude, you can make your own character? That's
Like
pretty
that.
cool.
I like the Mo haircut.
Like this one. Let's give me kind, understanding eyes. And a frown, because I understand the world, and I don't like what I've seen. Tsuyoshi, that's a good name. Tsuyoshi, welcome to the Asses.
Oh, you can select your blood type, too. Cool.
Here's the thing, Alex.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this game is more interactive than the horse racing game we saw a few minutes
Oh,
ago.
that's no good.
I think this may be more on the simulation side, where you just build up a whole bunch of characters, and then the game just kind of presents some results for you. So if we were to do that, look how many teammates we would have to make. Let's start with number 2. Is there like a fucking... Can we do like just like a free game? Do we have to make a team? Surely there has to be some kind of soccer gameplay, right? I'm not holding my breath. This doesn't look good.
I have a feeling there's not going to be a lot of soccer.
Oh, it's just make your own team or edit an existing team. I see. Well, in that case, I think we're done here. I was kind of mentally adding up how long it would take to make 20 different team members for Asses. That's not worth it. We're just gonna move on and assume this isn't a very good game. We okay with that? I think we're okay with that.
I think that's fine.
And with that, we have played all of the 14 out of 40 games Famitsu covered. What do we think? What was your favorite?
My favorite, definitely, God, I kind of liked that bizarre, Addams Family game, but my favorite so far is Cellophanes. I still like Cellophanes as bad as it is.
It was a cool concept. It's just completely wasted on that video game.
Oh, for sure.
Eventually, I do want to play NES Addams Family on stream, because that is a terrible video game that more people need to be aware of. Okay, we're moving down a step. We are now going to cover the 13 out of 40 games. These games scored 1 point less than the previous games we covered, so they're supposedly a little bit worse. Up here first is the lowest scoring PS2 game in Famitsu history. It's a game called Oh Cookie, with 3 O's.
Well, I do like cookies. I hate.
That's what I say when I open up a bag of cookies. I'm
All
like,
right.
oh, cookie.
Is it this one or this one?
Oh, it's the second from the top.
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was gonna say it's the one with the kanji O, Alex, but you don't know.
I don't know.
Why would
kanji.
you know? The other game Alex mixed this up with was a game called Pointy's Poin, which came so close to getting a Mascot Friday feature, and then freaking Holly Heck maybe covered it. I got scooped.
Sorry, I got scooped.
Well, on the plus side, I can be the first streamer to cover Oh Cookie.
What?
Cover it anyway. Everyone was sharing the pain. Okay. Look forward to... All right, fuck what I was saying. What?
This is the game.
No, Famitsu, I don't think this is a 13 out of 40. I think this is a 40 out of 40. I think you got mixed up. Yeah, Kabuki. Fun fact, this is actually me.
This is what you look like.
Yeah, I still have that mask.
Cool. Very cool.
I'm sold. Maybe the games are going to get better, the scores, as they get lower. Or this could be the case where the game itself doesn't meet the promise of the intro.
Absolutely
Holy
no way
shit!
the game
Holy
meets
shit!
The promise of the intro.
I'm experiencing every emotion possible right now.
This is great. I don't know what else to say.
Cursed game. Yep, sorry. Everyone who sees this has 7 days to live.
Nice.
It's worth it, though, because you get to see old Cookie. No idea what the title means, by the way.
It means cool guys.
Yeah. What he said. Alright, let's play some old Cookie. What do you suppose this game is? What kind of game is this?
God, it's gonna be some kind of simulator. It's gonna...
It's like building a soccer team, except you have to build a team of horses that you never see.
Yeah, basically. It's gonna be a horse racing game. An ancient Japanese horse racing game.
Oh, but I want modern horses.
Well, too bad. Oh.
お初にお目にかかります。トキコと申します。
So I guess this game is a historical piece. I can't really tell you much beyond that, though. Let's just go ahead and skip past the dialogue. From what I can tell, this seems to be some sort of adventure game, of which Famitsu covered a shit ton. So I don't know what makes this one so much worse than all the others that it deserves a 13 out of 40. But I can hazard a guess. You get to move around, that's nice.
Okay.
It's not menu-based. Man, she just kind of glides across the floor.
Whee!
The best part of this game, you can run. Look at her scoot!
I like her scooting.
Oh, I see. It's a thinking man's game.
Oh, okay. So you have to do revenge on people. That's cool. Apparently this game is about doing revenge.
Everyone looks at you as you walk around them. Can we make her dizzy and throw up?
No, probably.
I guess not.
なんかよ。
I like how the floor reflects the environment, but not the characters. Maybe we're all vampires.
何か。
So this being an adventure game, we're not going to make any meaningful progress or probably see any of the gameplay. I guess this is the gameplay. Oh, can't go past here. She's looking at me.
She's like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm trying to juke her, like, see if I can get past. Over here? No. Oh, she's too good. I can't. I just can't. Alright, forgive me. I'll scoot over here now. Not sure what I expected from a game called O Cookie. Probably more cookies than I've seen so far.
Same. But you can't always get what you want.
Yeah, that's just false advertising. I think we progressed the story,
Oh, good.
for whatever that's worth. Here it is, the worst PS2 game according to Famitsu.
失礼します。トキコ様。
You have a tiny butt wiggle.
Do I?
Yeah, watch.
You're right.
It's just so tiny.
That is a pixel-wide butt wiggle. That is the most restrained wiggle I've ever seen in my life. The run animation does kind of tickle me in this game. The rest, I don't know. Maybe there's something here if you're into revenge stories or whatever this is about. For me and everyone else watching, you probably don't want to play O Cookie. Don't be fooled by the name. There aren't any cookies.
Damn.
Okay, lowest ranked PS2 game. These next three are PS1 games that got a 13 out of 40, but these aren't the lowest ranked PS1 game. That's going to be the last game we see tonight. Up first, Battlemaster.
Battlemaster.
We've actually covered this before when we were covering freaking jank fighting games, I think. No, wait, this is a PS1 game. We covered jank arcade fighters. I don't know. We've played this before, and I didn't like it. Oku is innermost, and Ki is chronicles. Oh. So it had nothing to do with cookies after all.
Oh, yeah. And earlier, Delveray mentioned that Oku was where the women's quarters in Edo Castle, so...
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, folks, for filling in the gaps when you can. I try to research as much as I can, but I do rely on people saying stuff during stream to make these... to flesh out the stories of these games.
Yeah, appreciate it.
So we see a lot of mechs, but this is not a mech game.
It's not a mech game?
Nope.
Why not?
Well, why would you think it was a mech game? There's only like 1,000 mechs on screen.
That's my fault, I guess. Sorry, everybody.
統一され平和の美酒に溺れていた脆弱な地球は自らが作り出した悪魔の手で終焉を迎えたのでした。
God, I'm looking at the list now, and it's just like this is like a steady slide into hell.
Ah!
Battle Master.
Lenny!
There's some singing going
Randy.
on.
Curse!
I'm sorry that Alex can't hear this song. You'll have to look at the replay. I'm sorry.
I will. It's sad. I want to hear this. It's sick.
It's just a guy going, "Hey, Battle Master." It's basically Japanese Dave Matthews.
Oh, sick. People thought that was me singing and doing a bit.
No!
Multiple people thought I was doing a bit.
That's the game.
No. Everyone thought it was me.
It was the kind of thing where it was so muted and in the background you wouldn't think it was part of the game, but it totally is.
Battle Master.
This game sucks. I'm gonna play a little bit of this, but this is the kind of game that's just kind of painful to play. First of all, it has a really weird menu system. It's hard to navigate and even get to the gameplay.
Alright, you battle some masters. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Oh my god, the shadowing in his chest.
This is a good one. This is a classic of kusoge. Can't go there. Let's go on the Battle Master tram or whatever this is. We have found ourselves in Rudros. Oh no, I navigated away from where the gameplay is. Well, we'll have to find our way back. I agree, Hamster should port this. More people gotta know about Battle Master. This game got at least one re-release on PS1. Like, they reissued this. They decided we needed more copies of this game. Here we are in Jongara. There's no fucking... We'll have to go somewhere for the gameplay. Yeah, the Sonic 06 humans. The way they're constantly gesticulating. Okay, I think this is where the gameplay is. I was wrong. Maybe after I talk to this guy again. Okay, here we go. We just had to talk to him. Hey, just transfer.
Just transfer. Hey, the game didn't freeze on Morshoe like last time. Oh my god, what is she?
So this is a fighting game.
No.
Not any that you want to play, but it does exist. It does a good job of existing.
I mean, you're not wrong. It does exist.
Skill setting.
Skill setting. Danny, get yourself some skills.
Okay.
Is this like trade school? Oh, okay. Yeah, we've definitely played this.
Yeah, we've covered this before. It's a PS1 exclusive fighting game. Not a good one. All right, we've warmed up. Let's fight.
It's Randy and Elnie.
The moves all take 1,000,000 years to come out after you push the button. There doesn't seem to be like combos per se. You just kind of link moves into one another really awkwardly. And yet, this isn't the worst PS1 fighting game we're going to see tonight.
No. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm really sure. Like the other buttons do anything? Maybe there's some different special moves you can do, but I'm not finding them. Wow, cool move, Randy.
Randy.
I love the little hop dance she does when she moves forward or back. It looks like she's in pain.
Both these characters look like they're in pain.
We should put them out of their misery. This is the kind of thing where it plays so bad, it really probably deserves less than a 13 out of 40, but I don't know. Famitsu saw something in this that I didn't see. Maybe it was Randy.
It's a game where you just look at asses the entire time.
Pretty much. If you look at the cover art, it's just 75% cleavage. Cleavage fans, check it out. Oh, you have to push L1 and L2 to do some moves. I bet that would have fixed everything. Probably not, though. Let's move on. Don't play Battle Master, the game for PS1. That's my recommendation. You also shouldn't play our next game, The Masters Fighter. This is an interesting one. I can't believe this game got released. First, there was a bootleg-esque arcade fighter called Fighting Masters, and that got ported to the PS1, mostly intact, as The Masters Fighter. Yeah, this is a classic. If you're a fan of fighting games from the 90s, there may be some familiar material in this game. See if you can recognize it. Oh, no, there's a logo.
Wow, that was bad. That's like multimedia.
Turn it up for me. Thank you. Again, this isn't the worst fighter for PS1, according to Famitsu. This is just the second worst. You would have thought someone at Sony would see this game and see what they've done and be like, no, you can't release this. The hell are you doing?
Yeah, Cinema Supply is an amazing, amazing name for a game dev.
Mm-hmm.
Especially one that's not doing FMV games, too.
So it does have an English mode if you pick this option, so that's
cool.
That's pretty nice. Unfortunately, there's the game itself.
Nothing wrong with the game. You don't know.
Check out these characters. We have Takuya. We have Long. All these characters are original. Their sprites have not been ripped for other games. What are you talking about? Who would do that? Why would... That's not allowed. You can't do that.
That isn't allowed. You're right.
We got Kang. We got Michelle. Gamp. From the famous movie Forrest Gump.
Mm-hmm.
Bill, who is definitely not from Art of Fighting. What are you talking about?
Bill's fine.
Jay.
Jay.
Sakamoto. Azarl. Mr. Death! And my favorite character, Geese from Art of Fighting 2.
That's just Geese.
All these sprites are ripped from SNK games. How did they get away with it? They're barely modified. You can clearly tell who they're modeled after if you're familiar with these games.
Oh, this doesn't look good.
And then you get to the game itself, and all the sprites have this weird scaling applied to them.
Yeah, they look bad.
So, even though they imported all these sprites from the original arcade version, they fucked it up and made them look even worse somehow. Oh, and the gameplay, bad. It's pretty awful.
This isn't look good.
So this game's pretty infamous. First, for all of its ripped-off sprites. Second of all, for the fact that it plays like total shit. Even though it officially got a Sony-approved PS1 release, this still looks and plays exactly like a bootleg arcade game. Because that's what it was. To their credit, Famitsu was not fooled. They saw this and were like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
How do you do moves in this?
Very careful.
That's your fireball?
That was a pretty stinky fireball. I gotta say, I must say it. These have been some pretty stinky games.
Yeah.
Pretty stinky.
I expected to see a few games where I was prepared to be like, you know, Famitsu, maybe they were a little too hard on this. Maybe they were just didn't have the right perspective. I was expecting to see a neoclassic in the bunch, but no. All these games have been pretty fucking awful. So, not the worst fighter on PS1, but the worst 2D fighter, according to Famitsu. And they were right on the money. This game blows.
It is smelly.
This might be fun to have in a collection if it's cheap, but I have a feeling this is probably expensive nowadays just because of its notoriety. I think I found the right move. Can I get in? Can I just do this? You can't. The arcade version does look better. It doesn't play all that much better, but at least it doesn't have the weird scaling issues this has. Be grateful you were able to exchange fists
This
with me.
looks so bad.
Doesn't it, though?
Yeah, wow.
It's kind of...
Are you kidding me? That's like Trace from the anime.
It's kind of cute in a way, just so bad. It looks like it was drawn and designed by teenagers. Like, oh, your first video game project. That's nice. You'll make it big one of these days. This guy's just Fei Long from Street Fighter.
Nah, he's long way. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I won't worry about it. I do love that they just straight up put young geese in this game. No one's gonna know. Alright, anyway. We gotta move on. I do enjoy that game just because of how fucked up it is. And so here we are. Have you ever wondered what the very worst Simple 1500 game is? It's Simple 1500 Series Volume 33, The Table Tennis.
That would be the Takyu?
Yeah, the Takyu.
Takyu.
Yeah, maybe the developers submitted that game just as like a shit post and they were like, wait, this is getting released? Oh shit. Hope no one notices all the sprites we stole. The Table Tennis.
The table tennis. Better be the best table tennis I've seen in my life.
About that. Look at this menu.
Oh! Oh, that's a placeholder graphic.
These are budget games, but man, you can put a little pizzazz into it, you know?
This isn't so bad.
Alright, should we be pawn or peen?
Peen.
Or peen?
I like their :3 faces.
There's some goofball anime music playing in the background. Like Naruto's about to have the shits.
How many days have we gone without talking about Naruto's diarrhea?
Well, I had to make it relatable to you.
That's fair.
Because you don't have the... You aren't able to hear this.
That's true. I can only hear tiny bits and pieces.
Yeah, it's Pointy's peen. I'm ready.
All right.
Love all.
It's just table tennis. How bad can it be?
Pretty bad, actually.
Is it?
This perspective is not great. The gameplay, even less so. I can't... If I can return a single ball, I'll be happy. I don't know, it's no Rockstar Presents Table Tennis for Xbox 360. Hey, I won.
Yay.
Is the slowdown part of the game? It sure is. It sure runs like shit. This is not an emulator issue. It just looks like this. While they did port a lot of Simple 1500 games to the US PlayStation, I don't think this was one of them for some reason. I can't tell if the slowdown is for dramatic effect or if it's just they did it wrong.
I'm assuming they just did it wrong.
How do I smash? My smash meter is apparently full.
Alright, you gotta smash.
Yeah, true. I should upgrade my computer so this can run at a full 60 FPS.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you shit talking me now? Okay. I see how it is. I tried all the buttons and the smash was not coming out. I'm just gonna push them all at once.
Okay.
That didn't work either. So if you notice, your character moves automatically, so all you do is time the
Wait,
hitting the
really?
ball.
You don't even move her?
Mm-hmm. They've simplified this about as much as they possibly could, to the point where it no longer feels like ping pong or really anything. Oh, it just didn't even do it that time. Oh, that's because it was out. I see. What do you think, Alex?
I think that the fact that you can't move it on your own is terrible, and it makes me mad.
Even for 1,500 yen, or about 10 or 15 bucks, I would still feel ripped off by this.
Yeah, this is
I had a good rally going there, at least.
a stinky game.
There you go. That's the worst simple 1,500 game. It's bad because there's not much to it, is the thing. Like, if there was any kind of depth to the gameplay whatsoever, it probably wouldn't have scored that bad, but geez, at least try. Come on, you guys.
Come on, guys. You can do better.
Y'all, are you ready for the worst rated Sega Saturn game from Famitsu? What do you think that is? Let's spend about 10 seconds making our guesses as to what the very worst Sega Saturn game is. This game got a 13 out of 40. No game scored beneath that. All other games tended to get at least a couple of points higher at the very least. A few people got it. Alex started up. Yep, it's Penis Man 64. Got it.
I was about to say it's Penis Man.
The famous Penis Man for Sega Saturn. It's Death Crimson. Of course it's Death Crimson. What else could it be?
You gotta love Death Crimson.
Oh, man.
Crank it.
I missed you, Ecole.
Ecole is so good. I'm not even joking. I love these guys. If I made a game that made people respond to me with the words die, and then I kept at it, I would be stronger than God.
Yeah, the famous story with this game is a lot of people bought this expecting it to be a light gun game on par with Virtua Cop, and all the response cards they got back gave this the lowest score possible. Some of them just had giant kanji that said die or kill on it, which is always a good sign. Imagine getting all your response cards and they all just tell you to die.
I like that.
That's some good shit right there. Anyway, we have to watch the intro, because if you've never seen this before, this is a classic. Oh, you couldn't hear that wonderful scream.
Oh, I
I'm
heard
so-
it a little bit.
Okay, good.
10年前のことであった。
Codename Combat Echizen. We're a 29-year-old soldier in the prime of our youth. And that's what we look like.
デスクリムゾン。
Death Crimson.
For a few years, several years back, people used to make pilgrimages. Let me say that again. Pilgrimages to this site that this was filmed on.
They would?
Yeah.
Aw.
I want to visit this place with the stairway and the red door.
This just looks like some random ass place in Japan.
It is. Cartman, thank you for the 100 bits.
Thank you.
And old Retro Pal's friend. Always glad to see Death Crimson. Here he says, I will go through this red door.
Hey, never mind.
There's a lot to make fun of here.
Doo, 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 doo.
Is that a Denny's?
No.
Oh, it's the Crimson. Okay. It looked like a restaurant to me.
You just want Denny's.
こうして越前康介はクリムゾンを手に入れた。
Denny's Crimson.
I could see that. I could see Denny's doing a Death Crimson tie-in.
Yeah, people figured this out right away. There can only be one King of Kusoge on the Sega Saturn, and it's this.
Oh my god, look at that.
It just looks like this.
It's so good.
People intentionally designed this and released it looking and playing like this does. So I wanted to watch the intro because I'm going to last about 20 seconds in the game itself. The last time we played this on stream was something like 7 years ago, and I had to cheat through it. I do want to do an Icole publisher showcase, though.
I want that, too.
That's a thing that's long overdue for us, I believe.
I want that so bad.
Maybe we can do a poll with that eventually. So it's a light gun game, but you can also play it with the D-pad. And the sound balance is crazy in this. When you hit enemies, there's just this big overdriven boom effect. It still looks just as good as I remember.
Die. Sorry, yeah, if I was a kid and I got this, I'd be so mad too.
Yeah, if I paid 5,900 yen for this.
Oh my god.
Oh no. This is just an audio-visual feast.
I love those tables.
Venice, so romantic. Hey, I'm doing pretty good, actually.
You are. God, this game is sick.
Mm-hmm. A game for sickos, to be sure.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna lie, think about that oh no a lot.
Mm-hmm. See, you think about it, you can't even hear it. That's the power of video games. They instill unerasable memories.
Just like commercials.
Yeah. Except this is more worthwhile.
I know, that I agree with.
That's it. Game over.
I'd much rather know about Death Crimson than pizza bagel bites.
Hey, when pizza's on a bagel, you can Death Crimson anytime.
That is true.
We'll be seeing more of Death Crimson in the future. This was a full release. This was a full 6,000 yen release at retail. They really made this and thought people would enjoy it. Incredible, incredible game. Worthy of a 13 out of 40, for sure. Next up, we have the very worst Mega Drive game ever reviewed by Famitsu. While I load this up, in the 10 seconds we have, can you guess what it is?
Sonic Spinball.
That's a pretty bad game. That's a good guess. Beast Wrestler, also a good guess.
That's a good one. Sword of Sodan, okay.
Yeah, there's some real classics of Kusoge on the Mega Drive and Genesis. Sword of Sodan.
Wardner.
Osomatsu-kun, man. Wardner, get out! Wardner is a solid 6 out of 10, I'll have you know. This game I was very, very glad to see in Famitsu's worst of list because I played this and I hated the shit out of this. I still have a copy of this game complete in box. This is Tracia. To everyone who asked, what is Tracia? You're in good company. No one knows what this is. So this is one of the couple dozen games that Renovation released in the US. I mentioned before I have a full set of those games complete in box just because I bought them back when they were cheap and because they were all like weirdo games like Ernest Evans and El Viento and whatnot. Every single Renovation game I think is interesting in some way to make it worthwhile. Every one of them except for this one.
What's wrong with it?
This game fucking blows. It's the most uninteresting game I've ever played in my life. There's nothing to draw you into this. It is just so dull.
What if I got into it? Do you think I could?
You would be the first fan of Tracia.
How does it play?
Well,
is it a role-playing game?
It is.
Oh, I love role-playing games.
You love those. Maybe
I
you'll
do.
like this one.
16-bit role-playing games is one of my favorite genres.
Yeah, you know, there's Chrono Trigger and
amazing.
Final Fantasy IV.
Fantastic. And Tracia, too.
And Tracia.
I bet this is better than Phantasy Star. Sometimes I just say things because I like to see Danny's reaction.
You just like saying deranged things to make me mad.
Roy!
Oh, man. I forget how you even get anywhere in this game, but the interface is cumbersome. It's hard to figure out what to do. There's just huge, huge swaths of nothing throughout this game. Just endless wilderness. Yes, tell me about him. His eloquent speeches. Master of Salon, I can get my hair did.
Hey, nice.
Should I join the fight? I don't want to.
Well, you don't have to.
Look at that tiny bed. I can't fit in that.
Yeah, you can.
That's a bed for cats.
Just scrunch your body up.
It's one of those rabbit beds.
Those rabbit beds, huh?
Yeah. Little man is chuffed. You know.
Oh, that bed, yeah.
Yeah. The music in this is not bad, honestly, but the gameplay, it's just so uninteresting. It's hard to say whether it's bad or not, just because it's so uncompelling in every possible way. We need more gold.
You sure do.
Anyway, you get a party of characters. The way combat works in this game, from what I remember, is it's a turn-based strategy sort of thing, where everyone moves a certain number of squares per turn. But it's like 1 or 2 squares per turn, so all the battles involve everyone just kind of crawling across the battlefield. I don't even know if I can get into combat in just the few minutes I have with this, but man... It's gotten to the point where I want to sell off my renovation collection, and I think this is going to be the first one I sell. Just because I have no interest in this game. This is like... It's Danny Kryptonite is what it is. And if you think this looks good, if you think this looks interesting, play it. Load up a ROM, play it. Have a good old time. Are you going to join our fighting men? I don't get a chance to answer.
Join our fighting men, Danny. Man, I was hoping to see the enemies, see if they're dogs or slimes or slime dogs.
I think this is the kind of game where you need to talk to everyone in town first before they let you progress. And I gotta be honest with you. I'm gonna be straight with you. I'm already checked out. I don't want to play a single more second of this. But if you want a game that just is like... It just cannot penetrate your mental barrier you have against this game. It's like the Genesis equivalent of Beyond the Beyond, if you've played that.
Ah, yeah.
Just gaming gruel is what it is.
Gamers gruel, okay.
If you like gamers gruel, check out Tracia for Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. Highly not recommended. Oof. Even the bad games we played so far tonight, at least I'm kind of interested in, if just out of morbid curiosity, but Tracia... I don't fucking like Tracia. Let's go to the Wonder Swan.
Okay.
Let's see what the worst Wonder Swan game is. I don't know if Famitsu covered many Wonder Swan games, but they sure as shit didn't like this one. This is Monochrome Wonder Swan, not Wonder Swan Color. There's a game called Soccer Yaro, Challenge the World. Coconuts. Oh, man.
That's no good.
You see coconuts, you think pachinko, because that's usually what they make. They make nothing but pachinko games. Soccer, bitch. Soccer Yaro. Yaro has a strong connotation in some senses, but I think they mean it in a nice way here. Be careful when using that word with your friends.
I wouldn't!
Ball side.
Okay, what's so bad about this?
Well, let's find out. Ow.
What did you do?
I'm the lighter colored guys.
Oh, okay.
So when you get the ball, you move super, super slowly. and see if you can tell what the throwing. See if you can tell what the core problem is with this game as I try to get the ball upfield.
Hey.
Okay, well, my goalie just moved out of the way, so that was nice.
You know, they want to see some action.
I'm playing as Brazil. We shouldn't be losing.
No, you shouldn't.
So the second you get the ball, at any point, you immediately get tripped. 100% of the time. Sometimes you can get really lucky, like they miss an animation like just then. But whenever they have the opportunity to kick you and trip you up, they'll take it. And this is probably the hardest soccer game I've ever played in my life. Just because the defense is so on point, you can't do shit. Wow, I actually tripped a guy, but I got tripped. Well. They're collapsing from ennui. That could be. I'm not sure what Famitsu disliked about this game in particular, but I can only guess that it was just so hard to play. Look at how they constantly trip me up.
Oh my god, they're little babies.
Like, I just started. Let me move upfield.
Let Danny live.
My goalie tripped me up. You guys. Yeah, sometimes they'll trip you up and then just leave you there to let you think about what you did. Oh, we got the ball. Oh shit, we're at the second half of the field. Oh my god.
There you go. No, don't trip Danny.
Damn. That was the closest I've ever come to scoring in this game. There's probably worse soccer games than this. But the fact that this is so difficult and you have to squint at the non-backlit WonderSwan screen to see it, it's probably not all that fun to engage with on an actual system. But this is it. Officially the worst WonderSwan game. And honestly, if this is the worst game, I'll take it. I've seen way worse games for other systems. Maybe the baseline is just that much higher. Did you like how the ball bounced off my butt?
I fucking love that.
That was great. I just discovered it has dashing.
Hey!
Oh my god! I scored!
Eat shit,
Holy
Scotland.
shit! The first goal ever scored in Soccer Yaro for WonderSwan. Captured live on stream. Holy shit. I'm taking it. We're going. We're out of here. Unfortunately, the next batch of games and the final batch of 13 out of 40 games, these are all Game Boy games. It brings me no pleasure to announce this, having played Jonkin Man and fucking Street Racer? The horse racing game that didn't even have horses? How could a game be worse than that? This game, I think, is worse than that non-horse game.
I disagree. There's no way.
Let's play Cheeky Cheeky Machine Mole Race. And
Danny, you just made that up.
If you're familiar with your Hanna-Barbera cartoons, you may already know what this is.
No! This is just...
It's Wacky Races.
How can Wacky Races be bad, Danny?
And it's by Atlas. You got Muttley. You got Dick Dastardly. Is that his name?
Yeah. Dickhead Dastardly. Ow!
Ow. Well, that's the end of him.
Love you, Muttley.
Muttley went she. And his name is Ken here for some reason.
Ken, huh?
Alright, let's play this.
Alright!
Now, Atlas also made a Wacky Races game on NES and Famicom. That was actually released over here as Wacky Races. It was okay. It was an okay platformer. It was kind of easy, if anything. Turn down the game just a little bit for the folks. Thank you. If you've never seen this game, I don't think you're ready for this. I don't think you're ready for how this game looks and plays. You're gonna think that I'm lying to you, that I just programmed this myself before the stream. But I assure you, this is in the no intro ROM set. As it is. As God made it. Who should we be?
The caveman.
Okay.
It would be funny if this is like the horse racing game where it only tells you the results.
That would be awesome. That
would be great.
That would be preferable to what this game actually is.
Yeah, Wacky Races is really popular in Japan. Danny?
Yeah?
Are you playing?
Yeah. I'm holding right.
Oh.
Your character doesn't even turn when you push up or down. You just switch lanes, and that's it. They're not racing, they're bumping. This can't be real. Oh, it's real.
This is MSX to me.
This is unfortunately real. I think these races are designed so like there's multiple paths through them, but that's about the only interesting thing about this game, because holy shit.
Yeah, this is a game coded in BASIC, is what it looks like.
Yeah, yeah, the jittery animation is a dead giveaway. That's totally a BASIC thing. I just can't believe it looks and plays like this. I'd prefer Street Racer. I'd prefer any racing game. I guess there's power-ups. Oh no.
What is this?
I think we got knocked unconscious because everyone raced ahead of us. I like that long stretch of road where like it wasn't even obvious I was moving. Hey, Moai heads.
That's cool.
I had no idea this game existed before stream, and that's why I like to research these kinds of games, like the games that are considered the worst by certain magazines. Because discovering stuff like this makes it all worthwhile. Why the fuck did Atlas make this?
Someone had to make a Wacky Races game for Game Boy.
Alex, what would the Retro Pals' car be called?
I want to say the Blondie Mobile.
Oh, the Blondie Mobile.
Yeah, absolutely. It would be a very round car, because I like things that are round. I don't like pointy things. You got bombed.
People keep shooting me. I'm just a simple caveman.
Yeah, no, it does look like Danny's controlling some Diglets.
Diglett Racer, GB. Everybody's beating up on the Captain Caveman.
Well, they don't like them.
No, I'll launch my own attack.
Okay, get their ass. Oh, no,
Oh, it missed? The fact the action doesn't even play out on the track and they have to use these cutscenes is just the absolute shittiest way they could have done that.
Uh-huh.
Is this the finish line? Can we just... Can we cross? No? Well... I'm moving to the left if you can't tell. There we go. There's the finish line. You can't take any more, neither can I. This is just about the worst way to make a Wacky Races game. And I've played the 3DO game where all you do is bet on the races and watch cutscenes. That game is better than this. And that's it. You can do it again. You can do other races. You can choose different characters, but the game itself is always the same. It's always shit. Unbelievably shit. The first time I saw this in action, like, my mouth was hanging open as I watched these cars just inch across the track as slow as possible. According to Famitsu, though, games get worse than this, and we're about to see them. But first, let's play some more games for the Game Boy that got a 13 out of 40 in Famitsu. Up next, let's play some Genki Bakuhatsu Ganburunga.
Ganbaruga, huh?
Uh-huh.
We've gone Baruga, baby!
We've gone Baruga!
Here, it's your Ford dealership. Sorry, your Ford dealership.
Genki Bakuhatsu, there it is. Bangarunga! That's what the guy says in Out of This World. That's a joke for nobody.
Sorry, honey.
Bad news, Alex.
Game.
Bad news, Alex. This is a licensed game featuring various mechas from different franchises.
Okay. Is the bungle there?
We're Gamburunga, which I think is the unlicensed stand-in for Zabungle.
Okay.
Cool.
That's a bug. In case you didn't know. Oh, it's one of these!
So it's up to jump. A button, I think, just blocks. And the B button does different attacks. And it is slow and unresponsive as shit. We're getting to the point where these games are starting to feel like the lowest effort, lowest budget Famicom Disk System games, you know?
Yeah.
The games that were already designed to be on a low-cost platform. And since they paid all the money for the licenses, none of the budget went to the gameplay. That's what this is to me. I guess this is a platformer, but there's no platforming. You just walk and kick.
You walk and you kick, huh?
Well, sometimes you punch.
Okay, that's something. That's some variety.
Anyone play this before? I had never heard of this game before putting together this stream. This and Jonkenman and the Wacky Races game, those were all new to me. I think I have a bit of a blind spot when it comes to the Game Boy.
Let's see, no one's played this.
No one's ever played this. Oh, here's the boss. Do I have, like, super moves or something? I don't think I do. I'm trying to do fireball motions like that'll do anything. He can hit you like 5 times in a row, that's cool. This seems to be the strat, the slide kick. Is that the Micronics noise? It's a little similar.
A little bit.
It's at this point we've hit the bottom of the barrel. There's no place to go except if we started to dig beneath the barrel. And we're about to do that a couple games from now. Oh, we got him in a pattern? Is this it? Is this the strat? Nope. Nope, he hit me. He hit me literally 9 times in a row. Oh, being a mecha fan has to be rough. Well, 1 hit away.
Cool, you turned into a dog because you failed.
Is that my punishment?
Yeah, you're a dog now.
Yeah, I'm pushing start now, but it won't let me play because I'm now a dog.
Oh, there you go.
Good. Ganbarunga. If anyone asks if you want to play Ganbarunga, you say no. Same with our next game. We saw before with Street Racer that Famitsu is occasionally forced to cover overseas games, but like from Ubisoft and whatnot. What if I told you Ubisoft's horrible Indiana Jones game got a Game Boy release in Japan?
Ooh.
This is some top tier shit right here. This was originally a ZX Spectrum game, which somehow came to a whole bunch of other platforms like the Sega Genesis and Game Gear, but this port of it might be the worst. There he is.
Hey, there he is, looking jolly as ever.
Yep, it's this one.
Oh my gosh, Danny, what's going on?
It's the microcomputer Indiana Jones game, which inexplicably got released for a bunch of consoles here in the States. Now, usually that's like a Western thing. Like, Japan, they're insulated from the shitty games we got, like the Genesis version of Back to the Future 3 and whatnot, but for whatever reason, Ubisoft thought, this is the one, we're gonna release this one in Japan. This is what people want to see. This is one of those games where you just take constant damage. Like, there's fall damage, you can hit your head, I think, and that hurts you sometimes.
I don't like that.
It is no fun to play this video game. And I'm really glad Famitsu realized just how shit this is. It's cathartic in a way to see him recognize games that we had to suffer through, like this and Addams Family. Like, yes, you know our pain. We have an understanding now. That's how we can bring the world together, through sheer shared hatred of kusoge.
I think so.
Like, not even the enjoyable kusoge, just the ones that are based on a license and are shit. What were you about to say?
No, I think that I was just going to agree with you that we could bring the world together around something like this or Hudson Hawk, or, you know.
Oh, yeah, Hudson Hawk. I don't think Hudson Hawk came out in Japan, even though it got a cover feature in EGM.
You'd think the Hawk would be, I guess the Hawk was in for a culture shock. I don't know.
They didn't want to be swinging on a star.
No, I don't blame them.
I don't want to play a single more second of this. I'm gonna move on.
Good.
I have better things to do with my life. Like play Versus Hero Kakuto o Enomichi. Yet another game I'd never heard of before. The Game Boy is a vast wasteland of shit games.
Sure fucking is.
All the Hudson Hawk freaks are crawling out of the woodwork.
And they're pissed? Well, I like Hudson Hawk, so it's okay.
Hudson Hawk did get a Famicom release? God damn it.
Nice.
Why'd they do that? Versus Hero. Bad news.
Oh, it's this!
Bad news. Whenever you see a single screen that combines Gundam, Ultraman, and Kamen Rider, there's no way this game can be good. Let's be a Night Gundam
Okay.
versus Prescription.
This is just MMA!
Yeah, it's Gundam MMA. Night Gundam enters the Octagon. Oh man, that hit stop is crazy. Whenever you hit a guy, the game stops for a full second. We're at the point now where I'm not even interested enough in these games to play more than a few minutes like I was with the PS2 games. Like, you instantly know something's wrong. Right away, you know this isn't anything humans should have to play. But I am a human, and I do have to play it, because I chose to do this stream.
You did. You did choose to do this. Well, technically, your audience chose for you.
True.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. This has been a good stream. There's been a lot of games even I've never heard of, which I always like to see in these streams I put together. I do feel a little bad for a lot of these. I'm like, I have no perspective on them and can't really offer any kind of criticism. But also, they kind of speak for themselves a lot of the time. This plays like shit, Alex.
Sorry, honey.
This is the worst fighting game I've ever played. Even Ultraman on Super Nintendo kicks this game's ass.
I can't believe a licensed Gundam game isn't good.
Yeah, who knew? Oh. Loser! Night Gundam, you are a loser. Yeah, it's a doozy bots game. Loser.
Oh, he's such a loser, honey.
We got one last Game Boy game that got a 13 out of 40 in Famitsu. Enjoy your time right now as we play this game, because after this we're getting into the 12 out of 40 games, and then you will know true pain. For now, though, the last 13 out of 40 game we're going to play tonight is Zettai Muteki Raijin-oh. If this is another freaking Gundam game, I swear to God.
That's not Gundams, right?
Maybe? No, it's Gundams.
Wow, it just starts you up and it's bad.
You can't convince me this is a different game from the game we played 2 games ago, where you just walk to the right and kick in front of you. What the fuck?
Alright.
Raijin-oh was the series before Ganburugar. Alright, so they are related. There's some cool art in the intro.
I like the intro art.
That's the fastest game over we've seen all night. Let's do that again. I like the walking... cool. The walking forward kick and punch. It reminds me of when Bart and Lisa did that one time. I'm gonna swing my arms and kick my feet. And if you get hit, it's your own fault. One more time.
Whew.
New challenge. See how fast you can die. Alright, let's go.
Multiple mentioning this is a Micronics joint.
Is it? That explains a lot. That explains everything. I didn't know Micronics made Game Boy games.
This is their only one.
Oh, wow. Well, it's really something to be proud of. This feels much worse than any other game we've played tonight. What the hell?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Okay.
One more. Surely I'm doing something wrong. Nope. That's just the game. It's just like that.
It's just like that.
Zettai Muteki Raijin-oh for Game Boy. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright. You've made it this far, but are you ready for the very worst games that Famitsu has ever reviewed? There are 3 games that got a 12 out of 40, lower than any other game we've played tonight, lower than any other game ever reviewed over the last 3 decades. And the first one is for Game Boy,
Oh, okay, that's good.
making this the lowest rated Game Boy game to ever be featured in Famitsu. Alex, let's play Pachinko CR Daiku no Ginsan Game Boy.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you know Daiku no Ginsan?
No, the way you say that is very threatening. So.
In the US, he is known as Hammer and Harry. And even though Hammer and Harry only had a few video games, he's fucking huge in the world of Pachinko. The machine this is based on was the most popular Pachi slot machine at the time.
Really?
Source, Famadaily. Thank you, Famadaily, once again for this information. Apparently, Random Stranger, the guy who does Famadaily, did a search on pachinko parlors currently operating in Japan, and there's still several thousand of these machines in operation. They still make these based on Gensan. Him. Hammer and Harry.
I guess Hammer and Harry is just the guy.
So it makes sense they would make this game, right? Like, this is an especially popular pachinko machine. You want a home version. And there is a Tyson mode where you can battle against characters who aren't even from Hammer and Harry. They're just made up for this game.
Alright, can we beat the anime babe?
He's still hammering away. Let's get busy gambling.
Yeah, how do you mess up pachinko? I don't think that's possible.
Boku tsuyoi, yo. He just says, I'm strong. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's the game.
Hey.
Oh, we got one. We got one fast. Holy shit. This is the run. Oh, we got another one. Let's go. So the object is to get the balls into that part down at the bottom that says start. That starts up the slot machine. Around this time, Pachi slot was just becoming a thing, which combined pachinko with slot machines. Slot machines themselves are illegal in Japan, but the specific combination with pachinko somehow skirts by those laws. And I think that's literally all I have to say about this game. The thing I like about this the most is that when the slot machine isn't running, the game is just deathly silent. You hear nothing.
Yeah!
You don't hear background music. You don't hear the balls bouncing off the little pins. You don't hear anything. It's just this.
The famously quiet pachinko game.
Yeah.
Yeah!
The respectfully quiet pachinko games. Oh, right, Pachi slot. Yeah. That's an evolved thing. You're right, Simon the Digger. The way it skirts around the laws is that you can stop the reels yourself. But you can also incorporate them into pachinko machines, and that somehow is not illegal. Huh? Oh? Oh? Is this the run? Oh, fuck! Oh, fuck! Let's go!
Oh. Ah, nuts.
That was my big chance. I'll never get that again.
And that's why gambling is so good and rewarding.
If you watch Random Stranger's video on this, he makes the point that home ports of pachinko games often have, looser payouts than the real world counterparts.
Yeah.
Because, there's nothing at stake. You brought this home. It's for your enjoyment. Make it pay out more often, why don't you? But this, you so rarely hit the slot machine, and it never, ever, ever pays off. So, why play this? Oh, we're gonna get another one? What even is that, an eraser?
It's a brick? Oh.
Well, we didn't get it. So if you're wondering what the difference is between pachinko games and how one like this can be so much worse than the others, hopefully that gives you some idea. The fact that it's so strict with its payouts, the fact that it's silent when the slot machine isn't running, the fact that they don't even show the entire layout. Notice that we're zoomed in a little bit. There's actually more of the machine you can't see on the right. They simulate that, but you can't see it. You can't scroll to playfield. You can't zoom out. It's there. They just don't show it. Everything about this is fucked up and crazy. And the fact it's on Game Boy is just like the icing on the cake.
It is.
This is Hammer and Harry's lowest moment. I'm just glad his real pachinko machines found more success. Let's see how this one plays out. Huh? This is the one. We're gonna get this. We're finally gonna record a win. Fuck.
Ah, dang it.
I'll stick with Pachinko Sexy Reaction. Go play that if you haven't. That's my favorite Pachinko game, if I have one. And there you go. That's the worst Game Boy game ever made, according to Famitsu. I think we can get worse than that, though.
Okay.
Why don't we play a Wii game? You want to know what the worst Wii game is? I'm going to be shocked if this game works. This was hell to set up. The worst Wii game ever reviewed by Famitsu is a game called Pro Golfer Saru. This is based on a manga and anime about a golfing guy who looks like a monkey, thus the name Saru. He's not actually a monkey, he just looks like it. That's about all I know about Pro Golfer Saru. So what makes this a 12 out of 40? Whereas they've reviewed thousands of other games that didn't get near as low a score as this. Let's find out. Alex, this is going to have to be a co-op playthrough because you have to point the Wii Remote using the mouse and I have to swing it using the analog stick. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it.
Well, I like how monkey-like he is.
He is very monkey-like. Why don't you turn this up a little?
Well, that's as high as it'll go.
Wow, that's as loud as it gets. Nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's play. Yeah, pick that one. All right, I have the buttons, so you just hover over it and I'll push. Okay, that looks good. You get 4 characters to start with. Saru is the default, and he's kind of fucked up. So let's be the drunk Australian.
All right.
Oh man, Australian versus Australian. Let's go. This game has 9 holes. It lets you pick any single one of them. There's match play, so if you win a certain number of holes, you win the game and roll the credits. And
So
that is the entire game.
What's so bad about it? It looks fine. It's got good art. I mean, the dog's good.
Famitsu's biggest problem with this is that there are just 9 holes, and you can finish this game in 20 minutes and roll the credits. And this was a full-priced 6,000 yen game.
Ooh.
You instead of a golf club, you use a Coke bottle, so that's cool. The way you play this is crazed. What you have to do is point at the screen, If you can point at, yeah, point to where, yeah, right there is good. Okay, and here you can do a couple of practice swings. And
That's
then...
not a golf.
No, this is how you golf. This is how you do it.
That's not.
And then you get ready, and then you have to time it, is what it is. Shit, I fucked it up so bad. The gameplay in this. How do I explain this? There aren't meters. You don't pick clubs. Well, every character other than Saru, you pick either a wood or an iron, and that's the only choice you get in terms of clubs. This is the computer. Otherwise, all you do is pick where you want the ball to go by pointing your reticle at it. And then, once you set up a shot, it's all based on timing. Like, yeah, set this up again if you would. And then, what you have to do, once you prepare for the shot, is you have to push the button, or rather swing the Wii remote, the second these Japanese letters appear on screen. So like, right. No, that wasn't good either. You have to do it when they're at their biggest.
Ah.
And what's fucked up is that you either make the shot or you don't. There is no fine control over this whatsoever. Depending on your timing, you either make the shot that you chose. Oh, that might do it. Or you just miss completely and have to take another shot.
Hey.
Things in other games like club selection and power selection, slicing or hooking or overshooting or undershooting, that's not here. It's all just down to hitting the button and then timing it so that you do it at the right time. Fucking hell.
What?
Cool, huh? It's almost like they tried to pare down the golf game formula like as far as it could go. They just take out as many mechanics as possible, simplify it until you can't simplify it anymore. We lost that hole, believe it or not. So you take the most basic, simplified golf game possible, and then play it across 9 holes, which isn't even a full golf course, and then the game's over. And that's 6,000 yen. And that's why Famitsu hated this game so much. Oh, it has dialogue choices? Holy shit. We chose to answer foo instead of ellipses. Let's play another hole.
Okay.
I'm with them, this sucks. Yeah, like, it has good presentation. I guess if you like the characters of the manga or the anime, you'll get something out of this, but even on Wii, there's so many golf games. You know, like Wii Sports Golf.
Yeah, that one's good.
Which actually gives you control over your swing and how you hook or slice it. And then you get this, where it's just like, you swing the Wii remote when the Japanese onomatopoeia letters appear on screen. And that is the entire gameplay. Doesn't make you want to see the anime, it makes you want to avoid it. Yeah, this doesn't make me especially interested, but I am kind of morbidly curious as to how this came into existence.
Hey!
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it was better than the other guy.
Foo. I think your guy only says foo. Now you say that, the key to Wii Sports is that it was free, but in Japan that was actually a full-priced release. That wasn't a pack-in. But also it was way more complex than this game, and it came with other sports games, and was a much better value, and came before this, and basically outclassed it in every possible way. Let's see if I can get this. I think I got it.
Nice.
Let's go. I don't think the Wii had a pack-in in Japan. Maybe there were some later releases where they packed in other games, but I think we tied on that hole. So to sum up, maybe this isn't the worst game ever, but it is extremely limited, and the fact that it was a full-priced release in 2008, Famitsu found that really galling. And in their review, they were like, how can you get away with this? Come on, guys. You're Bandai, but you can do better. Let me do one more shot before we move on. I'm surprised I got this working so well. It's hell to set up a Wii remote mapped to an analog stick. But this game is so simple that I guess we got some pretty good results anyway. And I guess this is, oh shit. Yeah, do it. We're getting a special shot. Yeah! Oh shit.
That was sick.
That was awesome. This game's great. Famitsu's wrong. Can you do better, CPU? Oh, he found the super shot too. These are all based on precise spots where you hit the ball, as opposed to precision with swinging or whatever. He's gonna drop it right in, isn't he? Nope.
Okay.
Oh my god, we might win this one.
Alright. Alright. Computer, mess up, mess up, mess up.
Mess up, mess up.
Oh.
Fuck. A Chrono Gaming series for the Wii. Oh my god.
Ooh.
I would watch every episode of that. Also, it would take 40 years to make. Oh, it has gimme mechanics. It just gives it to you if you're that close. Okay, that's neat. Well, folks, you want to head out and buy a copy of Pro Golfer Saru for the Wii? For some reason, this wasn't released in the States. We'll just have to be left wondering why that was. There it is, the very worst Wii game ever made, according to Famitsu magazine. I still kind of like it, I'm sorry. Those Game Boy games we played, those sucked all the life out of me. And that game, I was just like, I can enjoy this. There's like 1% of good gaming goodness in this video game that I can extract, as opposed to those Game Boy robot games. It's time. It's time for what Famitsu considers one of the worst games they've ever reviewed, and what I consider the worst game out of any game we played tonight. This is the worst PS1 game ever made, according to Famitsu. It's a game called Shura no Mon.
Okay.
I am shocked we haven't streamed this before, because this is like an infamous kusoge. Who's played this one? I bet some kusoge fans out there have played this before. Hey, Rachel, you're just in time for a really good game. We're playing Shura no Mon for the PS1. We have to watch the entire intro. Book publishers make the best games.
They do.
Alex, I don't think you're ready for this intro.
Well, let's see who we get. What? Colonel Sanders! Hi!
So what do you think? Tekken 0.
Why is his butt so big?
Is the PS1 intro sound still softly playing in the background? That's awesome. Yeah, I can kind of hear it.
Oh, that's so weird.
Alex,
Yeah?
I'm sorry to say this, but this intro is 3 minutes long.
Is it just this?
You'll see.
Well, we're watching the whole thing, so I may as well get comfy here.
So
Cross
which games
my legs. Ouch.
which games have stood out to you tonight as you injure yourself on the desk?
Definitely the golf game.
Yeah, that game was neat, especially after seeing so many fucked up Game Boy games in a row.
Obviously, Death Crimson is a classic, so I was always glad to see that.
Oh yeah.
I was actually surprised at how bad the Game Boy games were. They were really, really bad.
Yeah, they make me want to check out more Game Boy games, actually. That's like a no man's land. You can just release anything on that thing.
You sure can. Is it just this? Well, anyways, I really enjoyed, let me look at the list here.
That fucking Wacky Races game was incredible.
What was up with that Wacky Races game?
That's like my favorite discovery from this week's stream. A game I'd never heard of before, had some familiarity with the property, but they just fucked it up so bad.
I like the game where you had to pick up the bug with your hands.
Oh yeah. The Simple 2000 Insect Collection.
And no matter what people say, I still like cellophanes a lot. I know it's just Breakout, but I think cellophanes is still pretty cool.
It's kind of like Pro Golfer Saru in that it had a good concept. It was just wasted potential. I can kind of appreciate giving a game a low review score because it didn't live up to its potential.
Okay, something's happening.
That's it. It was still playing the
Danny,
PS1.
what the fuck?
It was very quietly playing the PS1 BIOS sound through the entire thing. That was... I don't know if that's an emulation thing, but I like to think that that was just present in the original. Let's play some Shuro no Mon. Y'all like that intro?
I guess.
Well, after that, there's no way we can't pick
Yeah.
pick this guy. He knows what he's doing.
Is this based on an anime or a manga or something?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's about karate guys punching and kicking each other.
That makes sense. Karate guys are always punching and kicking each other. It's kind of their main thing. They made a whole song about it, too.
We don't make enough sequel songs in that vein. I bet everybody's still kung fu fighting. We just
They
don't.
are!
We just don't sing about it. So this is a fighting game published by a book publisher who contracted the developer, a developer who made nothing but pachinko games before this. Literally,
Oh.
this is the first and only fighting game they ever made. And you know what? For your first fighting game ever, this is actually pretty fucking awful. They have no excuse. They had other games they could look at on PS1. Even Battle Master, even the Master's Fighter is better than this. This plays so slow and clunky and stiff. A big part of the game involves grapples, and each character has both a different grapple input and a secondary input afterwards, where you have to do a different undocumented command in order to actually make the throw after you do the grapple.
You're right. The shading on that man's back is very nice.
Wow, someone had something nice to say about this.
That's literally it. Yeah, the flashing is... I don't like it.
Yeah, that's just... that just makes it even worse. Oh, I found a good move at least. The moves just kind of... They don't have any flow. Your moves occasionally just kind of go through the other guy. Oh, I did the grapple, but I didn't do the follow-through.
He kicked you.
That was my favorite part. At the end of a match, you just kind of stand there awkwardly until your guy realizes he lost, and then he keels over. Let's do one more match.
He looks so smug.
This to me, people have said this before about a lot of games we play on stream. This is a fake game. This is a fake video game that was designed to be played in a Japanese sitcom in the background for like 3 seconds. And instead it's a full-priced release. On a system where you had, I don't know, Tekken, Star Gladiator, many other 3D fighting games that you could play instead. We just finished playing Tekken a few weeks ago. Those games, pretty good. But for some reason, Shuro no Mon just never caught on.
I wonder why.
Alright, as I try and mash my way through this, everyone present your final thoughts on tonight's games. What do you want to play after tonight? Do you want to check out that Wacky Races game for Game Boy? Because I recommend it.
I kind of want to check out Tracia.
I kind of want to go back to NES Adams Family. Just
Yeah.
the fact that anyone remembered that at all, and it wasn't just me playing some game that the neighbor kid had. I was glad to finally see someone else had suffered through that. Oh, I found the strat. Come here. Come here, I'll kick you.
You might win this one.
No, he learned how to duck. Your brain has erased knowledge of most games tonight. Well,
Yeah.
you could go back through the archive and relive the memories that your brain has protected you from. I saw a lot of shit tonight. A whole bunch of Gundam games and mecha games that didn't use the mecha at all. Check this out. Does he realize he's dead? Now he does.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, Cookie, that was intriguing. I liked how you could scoot around really fast. I like the 1-pixel butt wiggle in that game.
I do like the butt wiggle.
Just, man, those Game Gear games were bottom of the barrel. The Game Boy games especially. I'm going to have to find an excuse to play more Game Boy games here on stream, or just explore the library in general.
Mm-hmm.
Because holy shit. Why are we on a soccer field?
Because, the soccer game got canceled, and instead it's us. That's why there's no one in the stands.
I guess now we can say we've played officially the worst games ever released for Japanese consoles and portables. It's official, certified. Even the magazine that doesn't like to give low review scores for fear of alienating its advertisers. These games were just so bad they couldn't find an excuse to not give them the lowest scores possible. And I think that says something.
It says a lot about society.
It does, I think. It says a lot about people just making kind of anything. Putting whatever on the market because you know it'll sell.
God, like that horse racing game that had no horse.
I'm so glad I got to show that off because it's just menus. And then it's like, oh, your horse lost. Really? I didn't see anything. I like the surprise ending to that PC Engine F1 game where it was similar to the horse game.
Yeah.
No cars. You just look at the map. Ow. I've died. Quote-unquote horse, quote-unquote racing. And that concludes our look at the very worst games ever to be reviewed in Famitsu. I think our patrons made the right choice. The EGM games would have been interesting to see. I would have been happy to cover those, but boy, this Famitsu deep dive really uncovered a treasure trove of shit that even I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Incredible. Thank you to all of our patrons for making this week's stream possible and all of our streams possible. We're done. That's it.
Thank you so much.
There he is. Buff Colonel Sanders doing his karate katas forever into eternity. Incredible games tonight. Head to patreon.com/retropals if you want to support this show. We have new polls several times every month where our patrons determine what we play. This time they picked the worst Famitsu games over the worst EGM games, and I could not be happier with the results. I'm going to be thinking about that Wacky Races game for a while. Holy shit. We'll be back on Friday with something new. I have to set it up and make sure it works before I officially announce it, but we are going to have a new playthrough coming up as a Friday series for the next couple of weeks, if all things go well. Stay tuned to our Twitter and Discord for more information about that. Here's Alex to tell you all about it.
We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/retropals. We post full-length highlights of our streams there. Our latest one is Eggs of Steel.
Yes.
Eggs of Steel. So do check that out. Why did my YouTube not go through?
I love Charlie Egg.
Well, it's at YouTube. You know where that is.
It's at YouTube.
It's at YouTube. But you can join us there. We also have a co-host and a Blue Sky. Let me put those links in the chat. There's our Blue Sky, and here's our co-host. You can follow us there to find out when we go live, when we got new videos up on YouTube, and all the Retro Pals news you can use. Danny, can I do a shout out to me?
Sure.
Okay. Tomorrow, I'm doing a stream on my solo channel for the 4th of July, so if you want to see me premiere a new PingTuber, then do check that out tomorrow
New
at 3
PingTuber?
p.m. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I gotta watch that. The Rescue Cat 4th of July special. It's gonna be a celebration of patriotism, I'm sure.
Oh, boy. It'll be interesting, all right.
Okay, folks. Red alert. We have a streamer playing Virtual Highlight for the first time. Let's all say hi to Link's Winners and wish him the best as he journeys with Jim throughout Fairyland at 5 frames per second. You know me, I love Virtual Highlight, so let's go cheer him on and have a good time. All right, folks, thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
See ya, folks.